up the dance floor. Me can't
when
take
you
it no
walk
more.
in, I feel pressure. Winding on the dance floor, pressure. I can't take no more. More pressure. You walk in, looking amazing. I'm right here, going crazy. Oh, I can't take no more. Girl, you shine like a star. Stop traffic anytime you walk. Oh, I can't take no more. They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God. They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God. When you walk in, I feel pressure. Winding on the dance floor, pressure. I can't take no more. More pressure.
Me see you like we put pressure on pipe. Don't you know say pressure bust pipe?
Come, let me bless you for the night. No frontin', they don't call me Woods for nothing.
Girl, you're stunting, your body ready for thumping.
Like style OG, girl, you tick like dumpling.
Say a ting-a-ling-a-ling like Shabba would I sing.
It's alright, I'm saying.
They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God. They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God. When you walk in, I feel pressure. Winding on the dance floor, pressure. I can't take no more. More pressure. When you walk in, I feel pressure. Winding on the dance floor, pressure. I can't take no more. More pressure.
Benji, how you
This
do
is-
that there?
Yeah.
Double M Visions.
What's that post to mean? Man, what's that post to mean? Hit him in rock me, make it shoulder lean. Yeah. Niggas they buying guns, taking pics, what's that supposed to mean? You gave duck the smoke, lace that blunt, that's that special weed. We legit the plug, break it down, you won't find no seats. Way before the polls and the violence shit was TLP. And stop the speaking on my name and do no hits with me. Tell KO to sit one out, here, do it here for free. Physically I'm straight, I blow the bitch, but fuck the mentally. Pass it to the bay, yeah, I'm ascending like JaVale McGee. You ain't got no bread, why you hating? That's a penalty. I ain't got no guard for my bud who rode in grapple leaf. Stand up, we the trans, got the bands, babe, come ride with me. One hand on the wheel, I'm not pulled over while she topping me. And we roll a gun nuts, switch sides, you ain't from over there, why'd you up, start throwing the hood up. Too geek when I'm off that Remy, just been nauseous out in my throw up. Too clean when I hit from the side, I struck a little salt, don't like when I grow up. Ain't you dumb and fuck with us, throwing the towel, long, give up. Taking pics, what's that supposed to mean? You gave duck the smoke, lace that blunt, that's that special weed. We legit the plug, break it down, you won't find no seats. Way before the polls and the violence shit was TLP.
I probably die before they catch me. Shouldn't have made it home, I thank the Lord, cause he done blessed me. Teed up in my zone, really busting off this perky. Thought I had a clone, how I'm popping out with Smokey. That's my brother, ain't no joking. T-Gang, too official, T them talking, better listen up closely. And these goofies artificial, walking up like they know me. I ain't too much for the chat and you gon' have to come show me. Niggas thinking that they pack until I switch to the fully. Write a note about this money, I just touched me a dub. Remember all we had was hope, now I'm fresher than Dove. Remember holding up that pole, body loving the rush. We just packaged up the soul, left that boy in a Dutch. 10, let me chill off the Remy, I'm wildin'. But I'm aiming for a kill, nigga, reach for my diamonds. If it's not not about a meal, you gon' have to come find me. You not ready for that drill, ain't no point
They
in you
buying
lying.
guns, taking pics, what's that supposed to mean? You gave duck the smoke, lace that blunt, that's that special weed. We legit the plug, break it down, you won't find no seats. Way before the polls and the violence, shit was TLP.
Mafia, 10 shots.
Gingy, how you been there?
Y'all know the vibes.
Double M Vision.
Yo, 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 it's the world's most dangerous podcast. And we are back. And of course, we started late. But it is what it is. We got CP3 and we can't see his eyes at the beginning of the show already.
It was sweaty, you know. I mean, it was hot out there today. I got some sweat in my eyes.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's what you're telling us today, sir?
Yeah, man. You know, it was a hot one out there, man. So I got my little rag, man. It was hot out there.
I mean, you look like the classic thug. You got the white beetle on,
Hey, man. Look, it was warm.
tattoos out.
Hey, I was trying to get my tan on. You know, certain people talk about my light-skinnedness that ain't real. So, you know, I got to get my tint back. So I decided to, you all right over there?
No.
What's going on? Raise a hand.
I do that too.
Yeah. Who the one called from that? See how it's turned around. But yeah, man, it's a nice hot day in the DMV. Crazy.
Man, hot ain't the word.
Fall to like 2 days of spring, and we in full blown summer already. And shit.
But you said a nice hot day.
I don't mind a nice hot day, but man.
I do.
Yeah. But you walk around that parking lot at work.
I do. What's going on, Lady Antoinette? I see you came loaded today.
Huh? What happened?
I mean,
Why are you shaking your head?
I had a prick in my neck.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I am showcasing wine. I'm sorry, I'm not together today. My allergies
Is
really
it-
messed
is that
up.
mic on? Because it's really low.
I know. What is on? That's off. It's on now, right?
When you put it up, say something.
Hello?
I can barely hear you.
Oh, man, if you're in the DMV area, say the storm has started coming to the Capitol Heights area now, so smooth its way across, so you be prepared for some downpours and some thundering and lightning.
Well, I was on the
Yo.
bridge. I was on the bridge and stuck. And on one side of the bridge, it was raining.
Oh, yeah.
The other side, it wasn't. So that wasn't cute.
I've been in situations like that, especially down south when I travel. In North Carolina, in Florida, you actually see the rain coming across the street, coming towards
Right.
you. That should be wild.
Right?
Yeah, Florida's is really crazy with the rain.
Yeah, I know. I was just down there earlier this month. And my daughter said it was raining real bad down there, too. But today, I could see, like, as I'm coming across the bridge, you can see, like, over there towards downtown DC, you couldn't see nothing. It was just gray.
Mm-hmm.
The rain was coming down. You could see it hitting the water. Over by the National Harbor, it was completely clear. So I was like, oh, that's creepy. I need you guys to move. As we're in traffic, I was like, this rain is coming. Let's go. But, you know.
Yeah, one of my coworkers said in Colorado, we got some folks staying in Colorado, and when they hit 90 there on Friday, Saturday, they were expecting 6 inches of snow.
Yeah. One of my peoples I went to school with stays out in Colorado. She's like, I can't believe it's snowing.
Said it was 90 degrees.
Are people still saying it's not global
They
warming?
don't the conservatives still say, no, well, the temperature changes all the time, man. It's
Not
documented.
that
Yeah, when you
drastic.
went from 4 seasons to 2, motherfucker, that's climate change. I don't know what you call it, but we ain't had no spring. We had a spur. And then it went to summer.
Spur.
Yeah, it was a spur.
Yeah, and they said it's going to be one of the hottest summers.
CP3,
Yeah.
you cannot complain about being stereotyped ever after this show.
Why is that?
Because you look like the stereotype. You look like a character of Grand
You
Theft
have
Auto.
a whole theater on. Like you have a
This
gray
ain't the
white.
first time. This ain't the first
You look like a whole thug.
Man, it's cool, man. They know me. They know who I am.
But is that 1738 sitting in front of you?
Yes, it is. I had to pull some dark out because y'all been feed me so much white liquor lately. You know, things ain't been right in my life. So I'm trying to balance it back out.
So he was scared. He bought a bottle of 1800, a little half a bottle of 1800 because he didn't want to finish
Yeah,
it.
I told you, man, I wasn't touching that bottle, man.
So you brought it over here.
Yeah, man, I know y'all gonna drink
Yeah.
that shit. I know y'all gonna drink it.
Didn't you drink some Ceramano?
Yeah,
That was last
and
week.
he mixed it in there with what was in 1800. Exactly. See, that's the same look I made. I ain't fucking with that.
At least I told you I was doing.
At least I was here to see it. Shit.
No, you were here to see it last time.
Yeah, you were here to see it last time.
I didn't see you pour it in the bottle, so you poured it in the cup. It's different. I thought you were
I
mixing
poured
it
it
in
in
your cup.
front of you.
I was on, but I didn't know that until like the third cup in, so that's when I realized and shit. So I don't know what the fuck I said.
You didn't notice it tastes different?
But at that point, it was just alcohol going down, man. It didn't make a difference.
That is so strange to me. Well, I did bring some wine from Sugarland Cellars. So you have the only white wine in your cup.
Yeah, it tastes good. Decent.
Tastes decent.
It's pretty good.
I'm not a big white wine drinker, but this is a
Oh,
white table
One
wine.
of the better wines I've ever tasted.
It's called Baskin's Creek Lock.
Baskin's Creek.
It's called.
You ain't put your pinky up?
Might need
After
ice cream.
something.
I need ice cream.
You get
I
ice
need
cream.
to chill.
Shout out to Pac Riley watching. You ain't put your pinky out? You didn't drink it fancy?
Nah, that's only for when I pull 1730. That's when pinky come out. 17. I can't. I'm not a wine connoisseur yet, so I'm not sure when pinky need to come out or not.
You can have a pinky out for all wine. It's okay.
Whatever. What you got for us this sports CP3?
Oh man, I did have some stuff, but I forgot it. Nah, you got the NBA conference finals going on. You got the NHL conference. I'm gonna pull my stats up. I meant to write them down, but got a little busy behind the grill today. You know, having fun, throwing some food in the grill. On the bright side, the Nationals actually won a game today.
Yes, because I was ready to come for Super Day once again because he went to that game and it was all downhill. But they won what today, right?
Yeah, they only won 1 out of 3 versus the Brewers, and I think they only won 1 out of 3 versus the Marlins. No, but they did sweat by the Marlins. No, they won 1 out of 3 versus the Marlins and 1 out of 3 versus the Brewers.
Yeah.
They continue on this 2-4 week for the 4th week in a row, putting them further under 500. They're currently sitting 14-28, last place in the East.
That's crazy.
I've been having discussions with some of the folks in the Nats, groups, and that some of them want to blow the team up and want to, get ready to fire the coach and the manager, all of this. And it trips me out. And after, winning it all, and only in 2019, had a strong chance to repeat it if it wasn't for COVID in 2020, which redid the whole season, and then having a delayed and shortened spring training. One of your key starting in a rotation hasn't pitched yet. One of your number 3 pitchers hasn't pitched yet. You have a lot of youth in the organization that's playing on the field now. And, they're trying to figure things out, rebuilding from what we had. They traded away a lot of pieces at the trade deadline last year to retool the farm system, which they had traded away to make that World Series run. That's how it goes. You make moves to get the ultimate goal. They got there, and now they have to retool and restock to try to make a run again. Unfortunately, with the revenue, with the Masson deal, television deal, that Peter Angelos and his dumbass running the Orioles has a monopoly on. And I said this before, until he gives up that team won't be shit.
You talking about the Warriors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's my word, son. And
Okay.
but yeah, so that was on the baseball note.
Okay.
Getting back to the NBA, you got the Golden State Warriors and Mavericks tipping off tonight at 9 in Dallas. Warriors have a 2-0 lead. They held serve at home. Dallas thought they had the game in game 2. I thought they had it also. They were up by like 20 going into the third quarter.
And then?
No, they were up 14 technically going into the third quarter, and then Golden State did what they do. They walked them down and started hitting threes, and next thing you know, they were behind by 10.
It's, when you got Steph on your team, like on the opposite team, you can't just think that any other thing's gonna happen.
I mean, it was crazy because they were down by like 25, and at halftime, during the second quarter, Kenny Smith on the NBA commentary said if Golden State gets to 14 by halftime, they're going to win this game. And they were down by 14 at halftime, and they found a way to win the game. So that was crazy in itself, but yeah, I'm a Golden State fan. Well, I ain't gonna say fan, but I like Golden State and Steph Curry. So I've been checking out that series a little bit. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that one goes. Then the Heat versus the Celtics, which tips off tomorrow night at 8:30. The Celtics and the Heat are up 2-1. That's been a game of a series of blowouts. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see which team comes back. I saw Tatum that got hurt. But I believe he came back. I'm not a big basketball guy, so I'm just, we'll cover tomorrow night on Sports City. I'm sure Robbie and the NBA Roundtable. I'll break it all down in the probably maybe first hour, second hour, since we only have baseball and WNBA before, so that might be in the first hour. Yeah, they'll break that down. And in the hockey playoffs, I know a lot of y'all don't care about it, but I got it covered because I love hockey. If I got to cover basketball, damn it, I want to talk about hockey too. Tampa Bay just took a 3-0 lead over Florida. They beat Florida today 5-1. Carolina lost to the Rangers today. That makes that series 2-1 Hurricanes lead. That was the first game that New York has won. Carolina pretty much dominated so far. Well, I can't even say that. The second game, New York did have the lead until late in the third, and then Carolina got 2 late goals to take the win and the lead in the series. And tonight, we got Calgary and Edmonton, another crazy game. The first game had 15 goals scored. Second game, I think, had 6 goals scored. So it's going to be interesting. The goaltending and defense has been thrown out the window in this game. So if you like wide open hockey and like a lot of scoring, this is a series you want to watch because, no telling what that score might be tonight. And Colorado and St. Louis, the Avalanche are up 2-1 in that series. They, I believe they won yesterday 2-1 the other game. Yeah, they're up 2-1 in that series. Got OTAs going, well not even OTAs, there's mini camps going on in the football season. Still haven't done our draft wrap up and free agency. Well, we have done that one, but going into our draft recap of the players that were drafted and looking at the schedule upcoming for this year for the Washington Commanders. There's been some unconfirmed reports that apparently the NFL owners are in talks to do a vote to supposedly vote out Daniel Snyder. A lot of the Commander fans are, loving life and posting on social media like, I'm going to get on top of my house and pray to the Lord on top of it. I'm like, really? Like I told y'all once. I'm going to say it again. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is the way I believe this is going to fall. Once again, they're not going to vote this man out because of the type of person that he is. Because they know if they find a loophole to vote him out, he's going to put all his power in investigating every single owner in the NFL and find that same loophole to get them out. That's why, if you recall back on the political side of things, when the governor of Virginia had a picture of blackface, and it's a big hubbub, oh, we got to get him out of office, and this is crazy. And then it just went quiet. You know why? Because they know that he would have pulled the cards of all them other politicians, because he know they got them same pictures in their closet. So you know they're going to open up a whole Pandora's box, so they said we might as well leave it alone. That's when they started focusing on the lieutenant governor, the black guy who had the rape allegation. We forgot all about the blackface, but we knew about the other blackface. It's funny how it works that way. So that's pretty much all I have to say.
Well, this week I'll be at least one OTA, organized team activities, which is nothing but practice. So, looking forward to that.
We're on the Ashburn?
Yeah, we'll be in Ashburn this week. Yay.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm part of a few different organizations, and then I have connections with the team itself that could get me in the door. So I try to give you some information on different things, including like games and things like that.
Yeah.
I get games. I need access.
You need OTA.
I need access. Yeah, I was supposed to go in 2020 and get the pandemic shut everything down.
Well, for some,
yeah, but you was riding with a fuck boy.
No, this is with another connect.
I know I'm going
that was
to
2019.
one on Tuesday. The other one on Thursday, I'm not sure yet, so I'll let you know. But it's during the day, you're not going to be able to go.
Tuesday's my day off.
Oh, well, Tuesday my dad's going with me, I'm sorry.
Cold world I live on.
I mean, that's the confirmed date that I have, so I'm good. Thursday's up in the air, so I'm sorry. But I'll let you know if I get any other OTAs.
So, I got some interesting things to talk about today.
Oh, Lord. Which I got a lot of interesting things.
And I'm sure you do too, Lady Anthony. So first off, just off today, I was scrolling the almighty internet, and I found out Flavor Flav was confirmed to be, he was 63 years old. It was confirmed to be the father of this 3-year-old.
Absolutely outrageous.
His 8th child.
I mean,
the baby free. Don't he like got great grandkids or something?
Yeah, he do.
I mean, yeah. I don't know whether it would be a Paul to give him a high five, because obviously he still getting his stroke on in his 60s.
Look, man, I'm saying one thing. Vasectomy, nigga. It's time. Shit.
I mean,
Nick Cannon said he got a consultation.
He needs to.
He didn't, but here's my thing. He got a consultation.
Yeah, he ain't
That
gonna
doesn't
do
mean
He's like, well, maybe if I stay, I'll get another.
Because he got one. He's waiting on one baby now.
That might be tripping.
you know, I think every year we've had a Nick Cannon pregnant story.
No, some years it's been multiple in 1 year. So.
No condom shall be formed against that.
Oh, CP3, don't act
I don't
like.
think he knows what those are.
Don't act like you didn't like it raw, CP3. Stop faking.
You walk through that aisle, he blind. He's Stevie
like,
Wonder.
I don't know what
See
that is.
Baby, you want to grab something for the night? I got some wine and cheese. What you talking about?
Obviously, he wasn't wrapping it up. And his pull-out game is not weak. His pull-out game is not strong.
No, he's not trying. There is no game.
He is sneezing on these bras and getting crazy.
He on that 50 Cent, have a baby by baby, become a millionaire.
It don't go that way. It don't go that way.
So none of your baby mothers are millionaires?
Nah, it's thousandaires.
Oh, so you're admitting to having children. Thank you.
Hey, man.
No, you said.
Hey, ain't no pictures, ain't no videos.
You said.
Entrapment is a crime. I was laid into that. I was sharing the show.
I'm just saying, CBD, what you just admitted.
Yeah.
I just said that I definitely
No.
had kids with.
That's not what you said, though.
Any of ain't none of your baby mamas millionaires. And he said, no, they
It's
thousandaires.
just when I help raise, I consider them
The-
baby mamas too. Now they not my kids.
The correct answer would have been, I don't have any
I'm
kids. What are you
helping
talking about?
a ex baby mama now that ain't mine,
Mhm.
or the daughter with a vehicle right now. I consider her still a baby, my ex baby mama of mine. I was there when she was from 2 to 5. I was in those formative years.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna walk her down the aisle?
Depending on if she want me to, I still be in contact. I still love the kids, man. I just ain't got none of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Would you beat up her boyfriend if he pissed you off?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care.
Nah, her dude pretty cool from what I hear from
Oh,
her.
you already checked the nigga out?
That's what's right. I still got a picture of me holding that little girl when she was 3 years old. Shit, close thing I got to a daughter that I know of.
I'm glad you added that under it.
Hey, anything can happen.
We know.
The more you talk, and Lady Antoinette faces out.
No, that's cool. Because if she see this, she know that I was looking for her and she become pregnant. She take care of that.
Oh.
Girl.
She gonna come out with a song like Shaq. My biological didn't bother.
I didn't know, baby. I didn't know. Your mama
Um,
kept me from me.
So I watched the new Cat Williams special.
How did you like that?
It was about as funny as the Kevin Hart special.
Dang. I mean, oh, how funny was that?
About as funny as someone throwing rocks at you as you walking down the street in
Yeah,
slow motion.
I haven't seen the movie, but I'm a Kevin Hart fan.
Well, I feel like when it comes to comedy, if you know this, that a lot of comedians are funniest when they first come out. They're more, in order to be a good comedian, you have to be in touch with your audience. Some comedians are not in touch with their audience any longer.
I couldn't really remember any good jokes. And I've seen Cat Williams, and he's been funny.
That was a long time ago.
Even the special came out about a year ago was actually better than this.
Well, he was down and out, right?
Yeah.
You can connect with the everyday audience a little better.
I don't want to go into sleep. And then I was like, well, let me finish it today so I can talk about it on the show. And that was even worse because I was like, I'd rather play with my phone. And then it just
I thought
ended.
he was about to say something else. I was about to say, Lord, no.
Nah.
But there are certain comedians who are able to try to stay in contact, but that's rare. Like Ricky Smiley, he tries to stay in touch with his audience. Not to say he's amazingly funny, but he tries to stay in contact with his audience. So I feel like his level of funny hasn't really changed.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Michael Blackson live, and he was real funny.
And he stays in contact with his audience.
And I seen, was it D-Ray Davis? I seen him live before.
Well, he's not making that money.
Okay.
He's not making the money that I'm referring to. But because that there are certain levels that will get you out of touch with your audience.
Yeah.
Like Steve Harvey, him doing a stand up. Not to say that he wouldn't be funny, but it wouldn't be the same as Steve back in the '90s because he's not as in touch with his audience. As
I don't find, what was on the side of, I don't find, D.L. Hughley's not really funny to me.
I've seen him be funny before, but that
I
was
mean,
a
even back on,
consistent thing.
even back on Comic View, I just,
Oh no, Comic View, I wouldn't consider that because
he was
a host.
he was rated joint on folks, and his comedy was okay in the beginning. But as his comedy has evolved, he's incorporated some politics into it, which is some of the things that I like. Is comedians actually help bridge the gap and stuff like that because they talk about the things that nobody wants to talk about and puts it in a way, even though it's fucked up, but it's still funny. And it gets it in the realm of discussion. So I like his comedian. I like his style more now than in the beginning. In the beginning, I couldn't really get with his style. I didn't think he was that funny, but over his experience and getting more seasoned as a comedian and doing some of the things he's done with having the success he had on ABC with his shows, one of the first black sitcoms with an all-black cast that had a #1 spot. So I mean, you got to take your hat off to him for that. But his comedy, along with Chris Rock, who you can't stand, but his comedy has also evolved because he talks more politics than he had normally than he did early in his career, and now with him going through all the divorce stuff, he talks about relationships and some of the fucked up things that goes on in that around. So I appreciate those comedians like that. They might not be the hold your side laughing out loud for an hour and a half, but they drop some nice nuggets of knowledge in there along with the comedy that they bring. That's the comedy I kind of.
Well, I would say certain comedians were funny when they first came out. I don't think, me personally, I don't think Chris Rock is ever really funny, even now. And when he was
You just don't
young,
like Chris Rock, I can tell.
I don't.
Yeah, she was like, that's cool. I mean, some people don't like some comedians. I get it.
But I mean, I have my reasons. And of course, that was pre Will Smith slap. I wasn't a fan of his.
So Jamil Time that chimed in. First, he said, by the way, Tony Randall from The Odd Couple had his first kid at 71. Damn, his nuts were still working at 71. Um,
I mean, technically, yes. However, ew. Okay, that's the first problem. But the second problem, by the time your kid is like 5, you're in a walker
yeah.
as well.
Um,
They both in walkers.
and then and then he put a good comedian should make you be able to laugh and then question something at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some comedians I like because they, like I said, they have a message, and like Dave Chappelle. I've been doing a lot of watching some of the stuff that he's done that I haven't looked at before, and the way he weaves the knowledge along with the comedy into it, it's amazing how he can just weave that story. And if you're open-minded enough to absorb the message he's trying to give you, you'll sit there for a second and be like, hey, I never thought about it like that.
So and I'm glad you brought up Dave Chappelle. So I was watching IG the other day, and there's a little thing where Kevin Hart's talking about, yeah, he was at the comedy show, he was testing new material, and he saw Chris Rock, and he's like, and you know what comedians do is they sit and watch each other, and he was like, so he did his shit, and he was like, yo, then Chris gave him some notes, and he was like, cool, and then Chris went up, and then he gave Chris some notes, and they was like, good. Then they heard Dave Chappelle was coming, and they was like, the Dave Chappelle went up, and they just ripped up all their notes because they were like, we're not on that level, and that's a to Dave Chappelle's comedy is genius to me because of the realness that he invokes in it, um, but the funniness situations that he makes out of it.
Yeah. I mean, Dave Chappelle, when he gets up and does a set, it's like he's having a conversation with you
It's
versus
very conversational. That is correct.
versus a skit or some type of set. You don't look at it as a performance. He's just sitting there talking. You know, um, honestly, that's one thing I have seen that's different with D.L. Hughley, which is probably why you like him a little better now. Um, because D.L. Hughley would sit and have a conversation versus what he used to do back in the day. Some comedians, they go through the whole theatrics of things and they do a skit. Like, one thing I will say, now, it was actually funny when he did it, but Ricky Smiley, when he used to do his little stand up and go through his theatrics, I used to actually think some of those were funny. Um, but a lot of people, it didn't work for them. And just sitting having a conversation and just being funny in that conversation it works for some people. And Dave, he's one of those people.
Yeah, interesting point. DC area comics do a great job of connecting common issues, big or small, with their audience. Um, so, I'm a WWE fan, a wrestling fan, or whatever. So we gotta talk about what just happened. So, what just happened on WWE? So Sasha Banks and Naomi, the wife of one of the Uso brothers, basically walked out, put their titles down, and walked out. Uh, And one of their reasons was that they became tag team champions. Um, I think they're the first African American female tag team champions.
Yep. They're right.
They had no plans for them to defend the belts, um, but what they wanted to do was one of them would win, one of them would pin each other, and then one would face Bianca Belair, which was going to be Naomi, and the other one, Sasha Banks, was going to win on SmackDown and then face um, Ronda Rousey. And basically, they just told them they had no plans for them, and they were going to put in title matches that they're going to lose. So they basically made a stand, and they went to John Laurinaitis, handed their belts in, and they walked out. Now, some people are upset about it um, because they're like, well, people paid them to see them wrestle. Um, but I think you have to know your worth. And if you don't stand up for your worth, people will continue to treat you like that. Like, I walked away from a job that was paying me buku money because they didn't know my worth, and they were treating me a certain way, and I was like, yo, I I'll find something new. I know my value, and I think that to me, I think they probably made the right decision, especially their contract is about to end in a couple of months. Um, if WWE is smart because all their releases have made AEW a stronger brand because all the people who they fire AEW just takes anywhere.
They go right on over.
So now we don't have a whole. When they started, it was a whole bunch of indie wrestlers who we didn't know who the fuck they were.
Now they have.
Now they have the Daniel Bryans and now the CM Punks,
Yep.
the people who've actually made their name for in WWE TV like Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee, um, you know, even John Moxley and Chris Jericho originally came from the WWE.
Yep.
Miro came from the WWE. So they have like they at least 60% of their roster is
They're building up a whole nother brand.
yes.
And it's almost like, are you guys trying to do this on purpose? I'm confused. Makes no sense.
They're playing the long game because they knew with the WWE, with them being the only market out there, that they were getting greedy and they were, taking advantage of that fact. And, they were just waiting for stuff like this to go on where one of their big stars, had a contract issue or wanted to get out and, they would say, well, where else you want to go? We're the only show in town. Now there's somewhere else to go. They're like, all right, fuck it, fire me. I know I can go here. It might be a smaller brand, but I can make probably some good money and I have a more loyal, boss working for me because he wants to succeed and I can bring my fan base and follow me from here over there. So they made a smart business decision and it's paying off for them in dividends because WWE and Vince being a mogul conglomerate that he is, he's being greedy. And that's what ruins most, successful franchises is the CEO or the owner or the profit margin becomes more important than the product that they're putting out.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Lady Internet?
You said what?
I said, what are your thoughts?
Well, like I said, it's just, I feel like they're just really stupid. And I'm going to wait and see situation. See if he likes this white wine. That's the first time he's ever done this.
Yeah, it's a wine. Like I said, it has a nice little taste to
Look
it.
at him. Oh my God.
It's fancy.
Oh my God, this is, we gotta like really,
Now I can say
we
$40
gotta
in a bottle of
we
wine.
gotta star this.
Now I can say $40 in a bottle of wine.
$40 and a bottle of wine.
Yeah, that's just gonna be his go-to.
Yeah.
Bless your heart. But yeah, I'm on a wait and see type of thing. Like I feel like whatever WWE has coming to them good. Because they done did so many people dirty over the years. Good. I'm all for it.
That's the product of capitalism.
Or the one thing we're not talking about, or it could be a work.
You say it could be a work.
Yeah, they could fake all this.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. And so that it could be something for publicity. I mean, I'm a Roman Reigns girl. If he go, oh well, so
Yeah,
long.
you did that, so They didn't turn the whole dynamic around. You know, I can't even like him and
Oh,
Seth
because
Rollins.
he's supposed to be a bad person.
Yeah, now you know I can't like Seth.
I don't
I can
care.
never stand Seth Rollins in the first place. Now he fucking with Dustin Rhodes and shit. I already.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody.
I was like, who?
I was like, man, I used to watch this. That's right. I was remember Dusty Rhodes. I know a dude named Dustin, and I know this dude named Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes is his brother.
Okay, so I know it was one of them.
Yeah, they're both sons of the American Dream.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
that's
So
not
it was
who you
Cody.
were talking about.
Yeah, Cody. Yeah. My bad.
It's okay.
Yeah. I ain't like the way he did him last week on SmackDown. I mean, WWE.
Oh, so you've been watching it?
Yeah, you know, because we got Ken, the DC People's Champ. He has his wrestling show, No Spots, and he moderates on our show on Twitch for Robbie. So he'll do a little plug and he'll be on the NBA Roundtable. And I got back into watching. I know Sasha Banks' fine ass. I was waiting for her to walk to my home.
That's news cousin.
I was waiting, huh?
How did we get
I was waiting for
there?
that text.
How did we?
When I seen her walk off, I thought she was calling.
Why would she text you?
Shit happens, man. Shit get wild, man. Full moon, man. You never know. You gotta check your phone. You never know. Might get that late text, man. Like, oh
From
shit.
Sasha.
She texted my text the wrong number. Might be lucky. I've had that happen before. But yeah, I was watching the wrestling, Sasha Banks. I ain't really a big fan of Naomi. She cool, but
I like her.
Naomi's one of the most underrated wrestlers. She is very athletic and can do a lot of great things, but they don't let her shine because they don't want her to outshine certain people.
I can see that.
And they want her. I feel like they want her to take a back seat and play that little sweet little wifey role.
They do.
For her husband.
That's what I believe.
I'm like, why they can't both be superstars?
Yeah, I don't even like the Usos no more.
What?
Yeah, I used to like the Usos. I don't really like that.
Okay, so let me tell you, I'm all about the Samoan Empire, so there's that.
I mean, it's that.
Ooh, damn! You see that look that she just gave you? She just gave you the Roman Reigns look.
Rubbing off. That's that new thug mentality they had. She ready to turn the candle over.
No, but I've always been like this. Like I remember, I went to.
She's about to go acknowledge me.
She's about to turn the table
I
over.
went to some event. I can't remember which one it was. It was a while ago. But at the end of the event, like if you go in person, the cameras are done, but other stuff happens afterwards.
Yeah.
And they came out and was like beating Roman with like a table and chairs and everything. I was ready to go down. I was in like the suite at the time, the first level, the first section, and I was ready to go down there. I was like, oh nah.
You know the funny thing is, Roman as a bad guy, I love. Roman as a good guy, sucked to me.
I like Roman as a guy.
He was like the Samoan John Cena. I was like, too much.
I'm biased.
I liked him. I was never really a big fan of his. I mean, I liked him, but it wasn't like I had to see him wrestle. He was cool when it was him, Ambrose, and Rollins. I kind of liked him.
I love the Shield.
Yeah, I kind of liked him.
The Rock was like bad.
See, the Rock was more entertaining. Like these folks now, they don't have nobody has the charisma that the Rock has. So I'm not even going to try to compare anybody to the Rock, but it's like they don't have the. Well, I guess because I've been watching, like I said, since I was a kid, so I've seen all the storylines and all the different stuff you can do. It's like they don't. Like back in the old days, you could feel you actually hated that character because they.
Well, one, The Rock, and most of their promos are unscripted.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a person telling you to say these things. So, and like.
I feel like they don't want that anymore.
Nah, I think they need to go back to that though.
That's what they need to. They're putting handcuffs on them. They're making them do a certain storyline that's getting old. They need to let the folks be themselves like they used to. In the so-called Attitude Era, that's what got me back into wrestling. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Stone Cold, all of his ad-libs, man. One of my most favorite lines ever. I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in you and walk it dry. I said,
man.
Stomp a mud hole in you. That's a hell of an ass with
I love
mud hole.
I was messing with The Rock because I could tell people, especially when I was like when they were new, I was at a. I'm like, hey, I'm so and so. What's your name? And when they go to answer, I'd be like, it doesn't matter what's your name.
Yeah, The Rock was hilarious. I go back and look at some of that old footage with him going at it, especially with the Stone Cold and Vince McMahon, their heated hatred one of the funniest ones when he was in the hospital bed. Stone Cold came in with the mask on and hit him over the head with the bat, and that was a real hit. That ding, that shit was real. That was not fake in any way. He smacked the shit out of Vince with that bedpan. That shit was hilarious.
I'm glad that you laughed so hard.
I
So-
mean, when he stole his Zamboni, came down to the stage and sprayed him with, had the beer truck sprayed him with. He stole, man. It was just so much wild shit that he did, man. That was my favorite.
So basically, you just like the more violent wrestling.
Yes,
The ones that take their character to heart. He don't just turn it off when he go home. He's stone cold no matter the fuck where he at.
Like you don't turn CPD off when you go
I
home.
try to. I mean, the good shit I do. I'm feral there. Yeah. They almost seen CP3. They care.
There's one character I'm glad I ain't seen in a long time.
Ain't nobody with foots.
Oh, God.
He incarcerated. He come out.
You
I
know
don't have his connection with the police force no more to get out of trouble. My mama never tired.
See, you know what? But no, we don't be doing that. So I just want to let y'all know, we know Wendy Williams and had some struggles, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, Sherry Shepherd has now, taken that spot. And Wendy has maintained, oh, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
She not, boo. You're not. But then she said recently she wanted to have a sit down with Sherry, have a meeting and all that. But also, Wendy has had some financial issues.
They're not letting her get her money or something.
Well, no, she claimed that her financial advisor was doing something strange or whatever. So a judge has recently placed her under financial guardianship.
Yeah, they released her funds, and now she has access to him now as a mediator involved.
Yeah.
They froze her accounts.
She has a guardianship.
Yeah, because they actually froze her accounts or some shit. RJ Tully, you get that message, 151, he said he emailed in the track. I don't know. I remember him, but I don't remember. I remember the name. I'm trying to remember. I think he came, didn't that the one that came in for the interview? RJ Tully, I think. Got him
But
on
he
my
said,
feed.
he said,
Yeah, he said he was emailing the video to the email address. I'm not sure if he shared the show. I hope he did share the show 10 times. Because if he didn't, I feel sorry for you.
Okay. So I did get a track. Okay. So let me. Sergeant Q, I'll be playing your video. I do got the song you just sent me, but I'll be playing the video. I actually was playing your video today, the Timby video, and I got the track. And I got the other video too.
but yeah, but prayers up to Wendy. Because the court said, well, Wells Fargo said she's an incapacitated person.
So
Honestly,
For them to push it through, that means there's evidence of it.
this is kind of
So,
like
I wanna-
I don't give a damn. Either way.
I know you don't because you're heartless.
Right, but at the same time, you remember what happened with Brittany? The public was pressed over that.
Because they don't have nothing better to do than
Right,
worry
but-
about somebody else's
But
life.
Wendy, are the public going to support her?
No. Because she done so much mudslinging and trash to people that nobody really appreciates that shit. That's why she out there fighting this battle by herself.
Mm-hmm.
With the people that were supposed to, her publicist and manager, and for her to get mad at Sherry Shepherd for taking an opportunity because you're not able to do your job anymore.
Well, on one hand, she's like, oh, I endorse her. On the other hand, she's like throwing shade to her. She's not necessarily mad at her, but she's throwing shade.
It's called it what it is.
So I'm like,
shit.
which one is it? Like, it's not making sense.
He obviously has mental issues. We all known that for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just caught up with it. After a while, getting
Well,
older.
let
all that plastic surgery.
who was it? Judge Mathis.
Total crackhead.
Yeah.
I could not.
He was like, Wendy, what about all the drugs you was sniffing? Wendy. I was like, oh my God, he ran her that thing right.
So CP3, you should enjoy this one I'm about to bring up. It's 53 of the most brutal rap disses.
I've never been a very big diss track. I've never really been. That's not really like one of my things that I look for. I'm not really.
Man, for real, I love diss tracks. Diss tracks are funny.
I think the funniest diss track ever was Mariah Carey.
So
You don't look at me like that.
here's what they. So for example, they brought up 2018 Pusha T.
Oh, that was funny.
With the story of Adidon.
Oh, yeah.
He had a secret child, and then he also, which was kind of fucked up, but he did mock um, uh, 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 Drake's producer, who has multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
Then of course, it's Tupac, Hit 'Em Up, which he delivered brutal lines aimed at Diddy, Mobb Deep, Junior Mafia, Chino XL, and B.I.G. First, and in the classic line, first off, fuck your bitch and the clique you claim.
Yep.
West Side when we come equipped with the game.
And that is a phrase I've heard multiple times.
Yep.
After he said it.
You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. You bust on bad boy niggas, fuck 'em for life. Common. He delivered this lyrical bitch slap to Ice Cube. I see the bitch in you.
Yep.
And he violated Ice Cube in that song. A bitch nigga with an attitude named Q stepped to calm with a feud. Now what the fuck I look like this in a whole coast? You ain't made shit dope since America's most.
You said you can agree with that?
It's a diss track. You ain't meant to agree with that. It's just it's meant to.
That's why I don't really like it, because it's just meant to, yeah.
They chose 50 Cent's Back Down. You a pop top sweetheart. You soft in the middle. I eat you for breakfast and watch. I eat you for breakfast, the watch, and we exchange for your necklace. Because basically, the beef that started with 50 is a dude robbed Ja Rule for his necklace. 50 was with the dude, and he was kind of upset. There's a Beanie Siegel one, The Empire Strikes Back, where Beanie Siegel was going after Jadakiss. I remember that song. If I said if anybody ever got Jadakiss, it was Beans. He broke it down. He was like, I would go to Puff and double your debt. Like, he broke down his thing. I was never a big fan of the 50 Cent Cameron beef. Cameron did a song called Curtis. I really wasn't impressed by it, to be honest. Cannabis, second round knockout. And he got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. Because we can put Cannabis on here, but LL whipped his ass.
I remember that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Cannabis had 99% of your fans wear high heels. And that was a tight line. And that nigga LL said 99 of your fans don't even exist yet.
Just put the mic down gently and just walk off.
Nigga, that was Ether before Ether ever came out.
Do they have that on there?
It has to be on here.
Yeah.
They got Dre Day, they got Drake back to back. Yeah, he killed Meek Mills in that. KS1, The Bridge Is Over, which is a very classic joint. This song hurts my heart because I'm from Queens, but KS1's like one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Is my favorite rapper, and I was singing The Bridge Is Over, knowing damn well it's about Queens people.
Yeah, well.
And I'm not an MC Shan fan. They got Jay-Z Super Ugly on here. Eminem, Nail in the Coffin. Gucci Man, The Truth. 50 Cent, Piggy Bank. LL 4321. Ice Cube, No Vaseline. One of the meanest diss ever. Ja Rule, Loose Change. I don't even remember Ja Rule's disses. Cameron, So You Gotta Love It when he dissed Jay-Z. Jadakiss. Freestyle called Fuck Beanie Siegel. Well, that's real to the point. Oh, most people don't realize. Jay-Z's verse on Pound Cake when he just broke down how everybody made money, and Breeze would say he made money if he wasn't in his feelings. T.I., What's Happening with Shorty Low, Joe Budden, Big Shot when he went against 50 Cent. I don't even remember that song.
No, I don't remember that. I forgot about
Here's one that people don't realize. Kumo D really came at LL. Let's Go was mean. LL was quiet for a couple of years and then made a song. Drake when he did Tigra, 6 a.m. in New York. KRS-One when he did the South Bronx when he did MC Shannon the Juice Crew again. Damn, you know I'm a traitor because I was really well. I did live in the Bronx at the time too, but still. Corrupt calling out names when he did DMX, Ja Rule, and Foxy Brown because basically he thought DMX was fucking Foxy Brown and that was his girl. LL Cool J, Jack the Rapper, MC Light 10% this. MC Light's the queen. 10% this. Oh my god, that was the shit. Yeah, I'm not reading Meek Mill shit. Drop a Gentleman was a diss that aimed at Tupac. Okay, and of course Ether is on here. And yeah, it's 53 of these motherfuckers, so we're not going through all of these. But it was just some interesting choice. I've always been a fan of. I like to see how people get creative. Have a Nice Day by Shantae was a good diss when she did KRS-One. She said that KRS-One, you should go on vacation. Your name sounds like a whack radio station. And that's probably about it. And his reply to Roxanne Shante was really vicious because he was like, Roxanne Shante, MC Shan is only good for steady sucking, and Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. KRS-One is really probably a very mean disser that people don't really know because if you were in the 88, 86 classic era hip hop, you would have missed a lot of the shit that he actually said and violated the shit out of people. Like MC Shan, I really never really liked, but.
But did you see when I mean, I was saying it in a joking way, but it really wasn't this song. But I was like, the funniest diss track to me was Mariah Carey, but he looked at me.
Yeah, when she
like he didn't know what I was talking about.
When she did Eminem, right?
Yes. You don't remember that song? It was playing in
Obsessed.
That she was like, Eminem kept claiming that him and Mariah had a thing, and she like ate him up, and the song was popping, like it was playing in the club left and right.
And then she had Gucci Mane on it, so he wasn't really going to diss back. Not because Gucci Mane is lyrical, but because.
You don't remember that song? Obsessed? She's like, why are you so obsessed with me?
It's the mainstream music.
No, that was a long time. It was Eminem and Mariah Carey going back and forth.
Yeah, two of the biggest stars at the time.
I didn't be an Eminem fan until later, until after the fact. He wasn't on the fan when he first started.
Look at this. These are the lyrics. She's like, saying we met at the bar when I don't even know who you are. Later on, she was like, I'm not one here. And no one here even mentions your name. It must be the weed. It must be the E, because you've been popping. Maybe she's saying he's been popping the E.
He didn't go back at her?
She destroyed him. He came at her first.
Yeah.
Nah. She was just like, you're delusional. Like that was part of the hook was like, what, I mean, it was so
obsessed with him.
There was nothing he could do. He couldn't go back at her. He left her alone after that.
Oh, Always Cruel. She did the video dressed like Eminem.
I cannot believe you don't remember that. But a lot of people heard the song, but they didn't know what it was about.
To me, it's obviously something else. It's just my opinion from years after the fact. That doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense. Because being who Eminem was, I don't give a fuck some of the lyrics you read don't sound like shit, the shit that he could say about her bipolar, millionaire marrying, non-keeping a man ass. He would have fried. That's like it.
He had already said all of that.
He done said all that, and she was still standing. That's the thing. But Mariah Carey.
Why are you so obsessed with
Yeah.
He wanted to fuck. Simple as that. He
but
wanted to fuck.
She said in the song that last man on earth still couldn't hit this. Like
he took his shot. You miss 100 billion shots you don't take. He tried to get some pussy, put it on the track. It didn't work. All right, fuck it.
No, he was going in on her. Like.
And Gucci said, I guess Shorty is mad because he don't got you no more.
pretty much, because he said that he hid that. And so she said he lying.
He probably did. That's Bill popping ass. He don't remember and shit.
I mean, it's still popping ass man made it up.
Yeah.
They both was popping.
I was about to say.
You know what? That's what Mariah Carey. Yeah, that shit happened.
But real talk,
You might have thought it was
Mariah. Nobody really believed him. So not only did people didn't really believe him, but it was kind of funny that he was trying to, say stuff, but.
Like I said, I don't really get into the diss tracks and shit.
But it was
wasted energy on some dumb shit.
It's not really. I mean, that's the essence of hip hop, dog.
She the only one that shut him down.
Yeah.
That's how it's popping. I feel like this.
But we got. I got some new music to work. We're gonna play 'em.
All right.
Sweet.
We playing that video you were talking about.
Sweet. Like the Dr. Pepper record. I never did it. Took me a while. I was watching this shit the other day.
And I've never seen this video, so we're going.
I see what you're doing and it's cool, but I can need you to do a trick. You think you could do that for me? Cool. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Twerk, son, twerk, son, twerk, son, twerk, son, twerk, son, twerk, son, twerk, son. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Come about that Fashion Nova, bust into a split. I told my nigga bring the Louis bag, cause we fucking up a brick. Make it go up and down, yeah, like it's on some other shit. I told the shorty I'm right with the shit. She told me she do that shit right on the dick. You know where to find me, I'm right in the mix with a stick in the bag, cause I'm right with the shits. All of that ass, it must come from your mom. I'm a big step in these Louis Vuittons. I do not plan on keeping it calm, so show me a trick, don't be wasting my time. I got the juice, I got the sauce. I do not plan on taking a loss. I do not plan to walk in the store and see what I want and ask what it costs. I just want to see you do it.
And I used to work it, and people be like, you don't want to
throwing it back and doing the trick. Now what do you know? That's too out of Let me see a trick.
Yeah, I would bring them home, but for her, my sister's 4 kids at my house, and my
Make it do a trick.
so
Let me
kids
see a
was
trick.
like,
Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Twerk, son, 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 twerk. Let me see a trick.
Hadn't been that spectacular since I've been.
Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Show me a trick.
Everything was always accounted for somehow.
Show me a trick. Show me a trick. Show me a trick.
I think this is it. Yeah, it's right here. Come on.
It better be better than the last one.
Yeah, another video.
It's still hurting from the last one.
Listen, you said you wanted this, right?
I do.
All right, well, come on.
You don't gotta talk to me like that, though, Darren.
You understand who the fuck you talking to? And who the fuck is Darren? I'm chocolate motherfucking chocolate. Don't you get it?
I don't be talking that long.
You have to prove yourself. You have to shake some ass.
Get your ass in the car.
My jazz. Why the fuck are you moving like that? Yo,
I'm trying to show you what I'm working with.
Come on, get yourself together. Just get in there. Get the fuck in there.
It better be that better than the last one. Shit.
Open that fucking door.
Shit smelling like Badissi.
Hey, that's your ass.
Showtime, baby. You hear that?
It smell a little better.
Hey, don't matter. Listen, we here for one motherfucking minute, baby. My bad.
I got you.
Auto-tune.
They used to tease and laugh at him. 12 with no hair, wearing bifocals. Wore the same thing cause he had no clothes. Parents had to wear COVID change rooms. Parents had to work over, change the rules. Parents had to work over, change the rules. Every day was a new day. For little Timmy, every day was the same day. Getting tripped off the bus, kids laughed and called him gay. Timmy got back up and just went away. Never said anything, just went his way. Teachers witnessed while he witnessed, teachers look away. Told the principal, here's what he had to say. Please help me, I'm getting bullied every fucking day. I can't take no more. Lose my fucking mind, I can't think no more. One by one, just take my soul. At this point, I don't even want to live no more. No, I don't even want to live no more. No, I don't even want to live no more. They used to tease and laugh at him. 12 with no hair, wearing bifocals. Wore the same thing cause he had no clothes. Parents had to work over, change the rules. Parents had to work over, change the rules. Parents had to work over, change the rules. Timmy got home, mom said I'm broke, can't afford no more chemo. Stoned off, ran to his room, began to write a note. So fed up, that's the reason why it's
last
been
week I wasn't impressed with the way it tasted. This
he
week
could be
is a
no
lot
more
better.
again. Playing outside with some friends and be happy again. Wishing he could get some new clothes and be ready to 10. Knowing there's no hope for a girl to be more than a friend. So we opened his drawer, pulled out a knife, held it up to his neck, and started to cry.
Don't worry about it. Worry about my season and my special technique that I use. Don't be worried about what I be doing. Don't be disrespecting my gangster man. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the warning, the heads up. You like, damn, that shit bomb as a motherfucker. I want to say it live on air. Everybody gonna want something.
Timmy didn't have to die. Timmy didn't have to die.
I'm ready to smack my own mom.
Timmy didn't have to die. Dang. Oh, that's Sergeant Q that you was talking about. Oh, look at you. You're so nice when you want to be. Is that one right there?
Right, yeah. That boy peace with crazy. No. I was down, now I'm really about to go get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision.
It was, huh?
My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up.
Total price,
bet that we get
$195.
up. Pushing this weight, I'm doing sit-ups.
Love level 225.
I was just dirty, now I got my fit up.
That's parking pass included.
Too good for these bitches, I bet they gon' miss us.
Dallas gang nigga.
And I pack a bag if you think that I'm tripping. I keep this shit real, like I'm sip lip down. Even though niggas don't know what to get on. You ain't shit, so your niggas gon' get on. Get you some pack, go make a flip homes.
When I got my folks, I gotta hit them up and
Stuck
see
in my
what
bag, niggas always be burnt out, so I dip them all in the ashtray. I don't understand these niggas that just always talking about, yeah, they past ways. I don't understand these bitches always comparing me to they past days.
Nah, I wasn't at that game.
I give a fuck about you. You give a fuck
that was a crazy Shauna Taylor joint. I was supposed to go to that game, but I didn't. I was at Lisa House,
the reason they call me
and I had a bet.
I'm against all of these odds. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never know worries of Kuna Matata. They say that
I was over her joint. I made a bet, and I thought we was about to lose. And he made that last second joint wasn't the game, man. I remember yelling off her about me. The Cowboy fans in the neighborhood, you could hear him, you know, talking shit like that wasn't a game. I remember yelling off her about me.
No, I yelled out about it.
Back and forth like run this game, I don't get no finna. But we about to get up.
I was blown. I was about to give it 500.
10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you don't fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up.
Nigga, you ain't got my money.
I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up.
Not really savoring it like you probably want me to, because I'm eating fast.
As long as you know it's good, that's all I'm talking about. That's all I care about.
If it wasn't, I would have.
I know. That's why I was making sure. Shit. Messing with my secret recipe.
What's this? I don't want to be.
Yeah, man. This one's.
Let's go. Ay, let's go.
No.
Beat simple, nigga. My turn.
First of all, she loves to pause out, but she's not.
When I'm in the booth, I tell no lies. Don't point me to that beat because them guys ain't one of mine. You see that killing in my eyes. Tell that pussy come outside. Ay, he was raised to run a high. Let's go, let's go, let's go. When I see my eyes, there's no talking, we gon' collide. Yeah, I fuck this being me tripping, fucked up his pride. He say he gon' kill me, shrug my shoulders, then I nod. That's the last nigga that tried. Yeah, you can't, cause he we got. They call me Mr. B.
You rest of the niggas sometimes.
I said I love you, but I lied. I like how my bitch I can't fuck her, she too easy. Gotta cheat just to come see me. My bitch, but still won't leave. Hey, man, I'm poppin' shit, man. Beat something, man. Hey, I'm done beefing with y'all hoe ass niggas, man. Let me talk to your bitch right quick. Hey, shout out to hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm pissed off, my liquor, I might overreact. I pop a bean, we fuck for hours, and let's run back to back. I eat that pussy, I'm free nasty, watch me kiss up a back. I pop her, she talk too much, I put this dick in the neck. Make sure
I'm about to cut you, my motherfucker.
I like the hunch, we like the fuck, I think I love having sex. Fuck on your bitch, that's on my man, and I still fuck with my ex. And I ain't waiting on your cousin, I just gotta confess. She got a boyfriend and she messy, and she say I'm on that. She on your nigga, fuck on me, don't have to deal with no stress. Don't trust no nigga, trust no bitches, get that shit out my chest. I fuck no bro girl, and his girl know why niggas is pressed. Hey bro, I don't even know why you mad, you ain't the first one. That's what I'm saying. I've been doing this shit, we been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me. Don't hate the game, hate the player. Hey, they call me free, nasty. Some call me Zaddy. I don't do no talking, tryna fuck, send me to Eddie. I don't do no talking, that my business, please don't ask me. She get freaky for me, play with that pussy, spray on her ass cheek. Baby got a figure and stamina, think she an athlete. Bitches here about to hate, wishing that they had me. Used to fall in love with these hoes, that wasn't past me. Used to fall in love with these hoes, that wasn't past me. When I'm in the booth, I tell no lies. Don't point me to that beat because them guys ain't one of mine. You see that killing in my eyes, tell that pussy come outside. Ay, let's go, let's go, let's go. When I see my eyes, there's no talking, we gon' collide. Yeah, I fuck this being me tripping, fucked up his pride. He say he gon' kill me, shrug my shoulders, then I nod. That's the last nigga that tried. Yeah, you can't, cause he with guys.
Yeah, man. This one's long.
Hey, bow your head and pray. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Beat Sim in this bitch, we turn, nigga.
And we're back after the video break. You okay, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just had some behind the scenes shenanigans. Yeah. Folks don't realize that if you're watching my feed, my mic's alive during video break. So you might have heard some conversations and such, you know, during the video break. Just giving y'all a heads up.
Behind the scenes shenanigans.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna start doing that now.
Realize that if you're watching my feed, my mic's
just say I'm one of those people that
you might have heard some
you know, like you
conversations
can't call and have me on speaker. You know, I'm one of those people.
At least you know though.
Oh yeah.
Like when people get mad, how you gonna do it? Oh.
Let's just say I'm one of those people that.
I mean, it's just some shit you expect, like a 5-second buffer, so you can at least, hit a button or something. It just stubs out. You're like, shit, hold up, fast, whoa, timeout, flag on the play, illegal procedure, 15 yards. The fuck? Can I? Jesus.
5-second buffer, so you can at least, hit a button or something.
At least I got a something for it.
Shit, hold up, fast, whoa, timeout, flag on the play.
Mine hanging on by a thread, but at least it's still there.
You see why my kids be telling me when I get older, I'm gonna be Medea. I'm serious.
I got something.
I don't know what to say.
Long time ago.
Speaking of,
I'm pretty good.
This is the Martha Jane Rose.
You see why my kids be telling me?
Yeah, pretty nice taste too.
So somebody wanted to give you how would they do?
So Sugarland Cellars, you can go online and
Speaking of,
actually they have sugarlandsellers.com, facebook.com. You can go to Sugarland Cellars.
So somebody wanted to get these. How would they get?
So
The first one we had was the Baskin's Creek Blanc. That's a white wine. And then Martha Jane Rosé. Obviously, it's a rosé. For those who don't know, rosé is a blend. So it's not quite like if you want to dabble into the red wine, but you don't really want the bitterness. You can do a rosé. We do have some sweet reds, but
You about to find out how to go with 1738.
It's not quite like if you want to dabble into the red wine, but you don't really want the bitterness.
At least I know what's being mixed in front of me.
We do have sweet reds,
But yeah, this is, so I'm gonna be real with you. When I picked these out and told them which ones I want them to mail me.
As much as you complain about people mixing alcohol,
I know.
You always do.
So when I tried these, and when they came to me, and they got shipped to me, I was like, oh.
Hey man, you need to put some of this in there, man. Take it to a whole nother level, bro. I done made a new drink, nigga, 1738 wine, nigga. That shit is bomb.
Okay, so you tried it.
Yeah, it's that shit right here.
But anyway, I was a little scared that it wasn't gonna be good. Because I had other drinks prior to drinking this.
You actually put it in here.
I made a new drink, 1738 wine.
That's a storm.
They said the storm was coming. I told y'all it was on its way. And that motherfucker's hit right.
And we had what about that hailstorm the other day?
I was actually sleeping pretty good during that. I heard about it when I woke up.
How did you, let me tell you, I was in my room, minding my own business. I started hearing a little bit of knocking. And I'm like, what is that boy doing in the living room? And then he was like, I said, because I started hearing a little bit more, and he came in my room, he was, it's hailing. Clearly.
I was asleep.
I was like, man, it's about to take
That was Thursday, right? That was Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm. But you was in the basement.
Yeah, that too.
I said, because it's fine.
Monday?
No. The hailstorm?
Yeah, I was off on Monday last Thursday, so yeah, I was sleeping.
I just remember it was a little.
I remember I stayed to work late, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay to work late, and then my power should be back on. That was Monday.
A lot of people's power went out that day.
It was Monday. Flicker or nothing, baby. That was good.
No, my power didn't go out, but
It was Monday.
it was
I remember because I stayed to work late because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay to work late, and then my power should be back on by the time.
A lot of people's power.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, this might be a quick show tonight.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No, my
Put your hands up.
What you gonna put your hands up for?
I don't know.
See, ain't nobody choking.
You scared, man. Hands go up. Police around. Oh, shit.
I mean, real talk, this was back in the
Yeah, this might be a quick show tonight. Yeah.
You know, y'all remember your grandmama tell you when it was storming, let the Lord do his work and cut everything
Yeah,
off.
we ain't got no surge suppressors.
20 minutes and it keep going.
He about to
shut the shit down.
Yeah.
He gonna let the Lord do it.
Yeah, because we ain't got no surge suppressors, and I ain't trying to have shit blown over here.
Well, she came back in, she was like, oh.
Let the Lord do his work. Cut everything off.
Yeah, and we're gonna
Did
give
you
it
hear the
about
Lord
20
talking
minutes.
to
We
you?
keep going. We're gonna shut the shit down by 8
I'll
o'clock.
open up the clouds and piss on everything.
That is not. You know what?
Ah, shit.
No, but don't mix your shit no more.
Hey, man, I told you, it took it to a whole other level.
You talking about me. You don't know what to say out your mouth. Where's your filter?
Piss on everything.
Really?
I didn't say nothing wrong.
Yes, you did.
What's wrong with you,
Yeah,
Big Boy?
you gotta Christian
No, but don't
people
mix
that
your shit no more, dog. Your mouth be like, no, but you
about me.
It's brown,
And now you don't know
and that's
what to say.
red. So I was like, let's see what happens if we put this together.
What the?
And it's damn
You
good.
got Christian people at us now.
What makes you think, you know what, when we set this wine off? 1738. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's brown.
And now you
Keep
don't
the
know
red tie for a reason,
Wait,
nigga.
but how did we get here?
Hey, beginning of the period at the end, it's good. Middle, I don't do that. But I keep a red towel, and I'm right by the shower.
So obviously,
You
it's
asked,
brown and
nigga.
that's
I
red.
mean,
That's
I'm
what that
open
means,
book.
like having sex on people's periods.
No, let's talk about some pop.
That is positive.
But how did we get here?
That's a positive experience.
It's good.
It eases cramps for her, and it releases pressure off of my body.
You know what? Let's talk about
Came
some
off a
positive.
music break. You can't go to it.
I feel like we need one. So June 16th, we'll be in Philly.
Came off a music
For
break.
our
You
showcase.
can't go to it. That's what
And then
I feel like we need one.
live
So,
interviews.
let me get the dates right, because CP3 has got me unfocused. So, June
And
16th,
we'll actually be at the artist showcase.
we'll be in Philly,
We'll actually
for
interview
artist
artists
showcase.
on the spot.
and then we'll be doing
And actually we'll
live interviews on the spot. June 19th, we'll be back here in DC, and we'll actually be at the artist showcase. And we'll actually be interviewing We'll actually be interviewing artists on the spot for the show. So we're definitely gonna do that. And actually, we'll be on the flyer as well. Our logo will be on the flyer as well. So we will be doing that. And then, so one, all you aspiring artists, this is when y'all be inboxing me about when's the next show and how am I gonna get put on. Read the flyer. It tells you that this one we're doing in Philly. Then I have another flyer that's going to give you all the dates where we'll be going. And I'll read it slow for those in the back. So Philly is the 18th. Is June 16th. I mean June 18th. DC is June 19th. Richmond is June 24th. Raleigh, North Carolina is July 9th. Charlotte is July 10th. West Virginia, I know CP wants to go there so he can find him a white girl, is the 16th of July. I mean,
then they say New York / New Jersey.
we ain't going to the mountain.
August 4th.
Trust me, when he driving 2 hours. Miami, we'll be in Miami the 23rd. We'll be in my hometown of New York. Then they said New York / New Jersey, which means we'll probably be right by New Jersey. On August 4th. Yeah.
I don't know. I might gotta make that a choice. August
13th, we are going to Houston. August 20th, we're in Detroit. I will not be in Detroit because I am not about that life. I don't. It's Detroit.
And I was like, yo, son. I was like, why do you have on the vest?
Yeah, you look like a Detroit nigga. Yeah, Detroit dudes are special. Like, I used to work with a dude from Detroit, and like when it snowed out here, he wore a vest. And I was like, yo, son. I was like,
I thought you were different.
Why do you have on a vest? Why don't you have on a coat? And his reply to me was, I'm from Detroit. This ain't nothing. I was like, damn. I got my winter coat on.
When he said vest,
he
automatically.
literally wore a vest.
You saw Detroit and vest. I'm thinking, he been in the city, he got a vest to protect himself from getting shot. That's what I was thinking.
Shut up.
That's my mindset. I'm
He
sorry.
said the snow.
Sip slowly.
It'd be cold out. Maybe he, had on the outside of the store or something. I don't know.
Not
everything's been bulletproof.
Detroit invest. This is in the city. You gotta invest to protect himself from getting shot.
On September 3rd
That's my mindset.
in Atlanta, and then we actually go back for the EC3 in the end of
He's
October.
special. And then we're gonna, and then we end this tour
from the age of
on September 3rd in Atlanta, and then we actually go back for the AC3 in the end of October.
How do I get in touch with
So please. I'm a great old school cat. I'm from the age of riff. Reading is fundamental. Please read the flyer before you ask me questions like, who do I contact? It's on the flyer. How do I get in touch with these people? It's on the flyer. What's the phone number that I call?
You do what you got to do.
It's on the flyer.
Find out all the information.
Like,
this is an opportunity.
if you're really about your business, then you take time to read and you do. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but it's like this.
No one's gonna.
If you're chasing
my
success,
job
you
is to get it up.
do
My
what you
job
got
is
to do
not
to be
manage.
successful. You find out all the information. If this is an opportunity for you, then you should find out all the information so that this opportunity doesn't pass you by. No one's gonna no. My job is to put it up. My job is not to hand it.
What, man?
The whole problem.
What? Ain't nothing wrong.
That's how I roll it high.
What?
Ain't nothing wrong.
And then why she gonna find out what the money is?
You bought the wine.
Your voice doesn't
But you put the 1738 in it. You can't put
It
nobody.
wouldn't be poured in it if you didn't bring the wine.
Oh my God.
1738 was here before you got
$3
it.
in.
You bought the wine.
Or you could have put the 1738 away for later.
Yep.
No,
but you
You
want
bought the 1738.
Yeah, bro, but it's a good mix. It's a nice blend.
It's rainy. You got $4 in your pocket.
You didn't bring the wine.
Oh my
I got
God.
$35.99.
Before you got here.
Or you could have put the 1738 away
You
for
gonna break
later.
it down.
I guess you're not tripping.
Give her a ride to the corner.
It's rainy. You got $4 in your pocket.
So she won't get out in the rain. Take her to the gas station.
What I'm talking about.
So I guess you're not tipping this.
Costing the truth out.
Give her a ride to the corner.
Crazy weather, man. Crazy.
It is going on crazy.
It is. And I'm waiting on an Amazon package. It says 3 stops away, and it's
Let's
raining.
God make it come.
You tossing
I
that,
was an Amazon driver. I was 3 stops away, and it started looking like this. I was like, eating this shit.
he tossing that joint from the car.
waiting for nothing that. I wouldn't
His
have
brother
the
is
nails
crazy.
on.
He tossing that joint from the vehicle. That joint gonna be on your porch.
It says 3 stops away. It's rain.
You're not coming.
I mean, it
So I was your Amazon driver, and I was 3 stops away, and it started to run like this. I was like, you ain't getting this shit.
Fuck
I'm
that.
glad I wasn't.
Now, my front yard is too long. He ain't gonna make it.
And that means you gonna punt that motherfucker up. You gonna place kick that bitch.
I got a camera.
Trying to land out there commentating. Yeah, it's a 45-yard kick from the
You tossing that
street.
shit
It
from a
wouldn't be the
distance.
first time I took a video and sent it to Amazon.
The wind is about 15 miles an hour to the west.
Oh my God.
He's lining it up. It's up, and it's good.
The start of the thing.
He's cleared the porch, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a whole thing, like for real.
45-yard kick from
Oh,
the
It
man.
wouldn't be the first time
Them
I
Amazon
took a video
motherfuckers, man.
to Amazon.
I got one of my folks that be ordering Amazon. Like, I go over his house like maybe twice a week. And it's like every time I go over there, an Amazon truck pulling up. And the dude, they get out, man. He just like, it's just his routine. He just get out, walk to the porch, put him on the step. Hey, how you doing, Mr. What's up? Hey, what's going on, man? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow, too.
Okay, so Amazon, that's terrible because sometimes it's different people.
And the dude
That's
Now-
how
You know, a lot
I
of
think
shit
they
when
are.
you on the first name. When they
With
take it,
Amazon, like I'm on a first name basis with only one delivery guy now. And that's my UPS guy. No, because I used to work around the corner and it was on the same route.
You order a lot of
So
shit
we
when
knew
you on
each
the first
other.
name. When they can tell you your name.
No, because he was still my UPS guy
On a
then.
first name basis with
And
only one
so
delivery guy.
I remember one time, like I
You order a lot of
ordered
shit.
TV,
That's my UPS guy.
and so I had him bring it to me at work
Mm.
instead of at my house, so that
So we knew each
and I
other.
could just put it in
You
the
know, on
trunk
the
or
business.
something.
No, because
I can put it in my office.
Yes,
and I
guy
put it
then. And
Yeah.
so
See, I did that once at my job, and they sent it to the other dealership, and I almost had to cut somebody because they were trying to unhand my shit. Yeah, I'm like, motherfucker, I read the tracking number.
The receptionist reported to me today. And at the time, I was on first name basis with the mailman who, again, on the same route. Like, I could walk to work. It was like, so.
So see, who you got winning the check?
Which one? Basketball? I can't go against Golden State. I mean, in the East, the Heat and the Boston series been kind of back and forth.
So see, who do you got winning the championship in basketball?
So what the fuck with the other one? Oh, that's right. That's the finals.
I can't go against Golden
So yeah, I'm going with Golden State in the NBA. Like I said, don't put no money on this shit. I don't watch all the time, but like I said, I can't go against Steph Curry and the Warriors and the team that Steve Kerr's leading that Mark Jackson started that he never got the credit for. But yeah, I think Golden State's going to take it. NHL right now, I don't know. It's so wide open right now. I don't know. Still got one more round to get to the conference finals. We'll break that down tomorrow night also. Trying to think what else I got going on. Shit.
Yeah, I think Golden State's going to take it.
I had some shit to talk about, but I
don't know. It's so wide open.
You want us to come back to what you need to say?
Yeah, you go ahead and talk about what you like.
Well, I do want to say in hip hop news, Quavo and Takeoff from the Migos released a joint single, and simultaneously, Offset and Cardi unfollowed the other two members of Migos, leading a lot of people to believe that the Migos have officially broken.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll wait and see how that's going. Me personally, don't really care.
Yeah.
But thing is, though, they're supposed to be all blood relatives. I'm like, that's unfortunate.
I mean, it's one of those things where
I guess we'll wait and see how that's
they put the phone. They put more emphasis. Oh, well, they unfollowed each other. Right?
So they're supposed to be all blood relatives.
That's
unfortunate.
It was right
I
there.
mean, it's one of those things where
Like, that's the part that, No,
they
you
put
have to
the
also remember
phone.
that
They put more emphasis. Oh, well, they
their
unfollowed each other, right?
age group and
Right.
under,
Right. That's just.
unfollowing someone is everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part.
That's big news, So,
No, you have to also
I guess
remember
we'll
that
see.
in their
Yes, I unfollowed you one day.
age group and under,
I usually don't know.
I did.
unfollowing someone is everything.
I found
Yeah,
out, and
that's
I
true.
thought it was the funniest shit.
That's big news,
Yeah, I actually go to my memories to look at who likes stuff and see who unfriended me, and that should be funny. I'd be like,
That's the
I
only
did-
time I'll find out.
I did. I
You're
did.
trolling somebody.
oh man.
I found out. And
I mean,
thought it
we
was the funniest
can.
shit.
I stopped talking politics on my page because I got tired of getting put in jail and then messing with my views on my shows. But I had it's just one Republican that's a
trolling
football
somebody
fan,
this
so he
week.
follows the football coverage.
You wanna talk
And
about
I
that?
normally stay away from his posts because there's normally something ignorant and with a Republican conservative spin on it. And he put a post up about the reason why he stopped watching the NBA is because he had a post about Michael Jordan has been shown to contribute over $10 million to China because the NBA have developmental leagues over there. Basketball is huge over there, even bigger than it is here. And I made a simple comment. He's talking about how can people support this? They, the largest country with slaves and all of this other crap. And I just pointed out the fact that, okay, you're talking about China, but I haven't heard of any of us getting killed over there by, unarmed by the police. So, I mean, before you start looking at other countries, why don't you, take a look at what's going on here? And, his classic response, that's different. The more white people get killed by police than black people. And, another person chimed in. I wish I'd have sold when she chimed got fried her too. But in the end of the day, it was all about him deflecting. I'm like, okay, you're pointing the finger at China. But we have our own problems and, you know, have our own issues that we're not addressing because we're constantly focusing on other places instead of fixing the problems here. And, you know, then he makes the comment about, you know, he brought up race. Of course he had to. He had to brought up, you know, said, I wanted attention, that's why I'm on this post. I mean, you put a post up on social media. That means it's meant for discussion. You have a point of view. I have a counterpoint of view. That's not me whining. That's not me getting emotional. That's me countering your bullshit with my opinion on what you're talking about. And because your tactic is to keep on doubling down and keep on talking about China, and I'm going to double down and keep on talking about our own country, that's the problem with folks in this country.
That's me countering your bullshit with my opinion on what you're talking about. And because your tactic is to keep on doubling down and keep on talking about China, and I'm going to double down and keep on talking about our own country. That's the problem with folks in this country.
So, let me get this straight. Shout out to my man Good who's watching.
I mean, statistically, it's true because there's more white people than black people in this country. Percentage-wise,
more white people,
but the cases aren't the same. So I didn't even acknowledge that point because that's a matter of deflection that they use to get off the point, and I was not going to give him that satisfaction. So he continued to try to deflect, talk about black on black crime, talking about, you know, Biden and how he's behind China and stuff like that. And I just come and ask him, well, what about the problems in this country? We have slavery going on in this country. Just because you have a job and get paid for your work doesn't mean you're not a slave. Everyone in this country is a slave to the American capitalist machine.
The prison system is behind China.
Yeah, I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even touch on that because then he would have got on, well, they did what they were supposed to do as citizens, they wouldn't be in jail. But as I say, that was his way of deflecting. I was not going to take the bait. That's why they can't stand me, because I don't fall for the deflection bullshit. I'm going to keep going at you until you answer my fucking question. And he couldn't. Then he got his feelings. Then he said, you know, he had to bring race into it after he bought the food stamp. Like, well, if you want attention because you're on my post, why don't you go talk to people at food stamps? I'm sure they have time to listen to your bullshit. No, I said, that's cool. And I said, honestly, I'm about to reapply to get my food stamps back reinstated because that's good. Yeah, I know more white people on, but like I said, I know what he was trying to do, and I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction. That's what being the king of assholeness means. You don't give people what they want when they're urging for it, but you take them right to the cusp of it, and then you smack the shit out of them with sarcasm. And then they're sitting there like, man, I didn't see that coming. I know you did this. You're a dumb motherfucker. You didn't see that coming. Because there's some dumb motherfuckers, man. So I'm baiting this dude. Because I got to, man. I got to run that shit back. I had this motherfucker order there. I was bored at work. It was a slow day. I didn't have nothing to do.
That's why you were doing it.
I had this motherfucker on the line for 3 hours.
You special.
Doing, saying ridiculous shit, and I'm just trolling them the whole time.
I know.
And I started tagging them folks like, come read this shit. You're putting words in now, and you're talking about the black people. He said, the thing that was the kicker. He's like, yeah, I don't understand you black people. Everybody, you know, you guys are.
You black people?
Well, he didn't say you, but that's the tone that basically was coming out. You know, he basically said you blacks. That's what he said. He's in Florida. Yeah, he's a Florida guy. Yeah. So yeah, the blacks have it pretty good now. You know, you have certain companies that have to hire you because you're black. I'd be embarrassed to be a black person. I said, okay. So at first I said, okay, you're coming with the food stamps. I saw that one coming. But ironically, you couldn't couldn't exist as a black man because you're too soft as a person, as a human being. You couldn't deal with the scrutiny and the fight that we have to get some of the rights that you're giving to because of your privilege, which you don't want to acknowledge because we've had that conversation before. So if you really want to get down to it, which I know you don't, you keep commenting, and I'm going to keep saying shit that make you look stupid. So, as long as you reply, I'm going to reply back. Like, you need to get a life. I have one. Trolling you for the night, because you keep commenting back. Like, which part don't you understand? I'm going to get the last word in this motherfucker. I will. And it got to the point where I'm waiting for him to block me. He's one of the ones that refused to block me. And I'm one of those guys that's going to make you black.
I have one. Trolling you
That's
for
cool.
tonight,
But I'm going to get to see, I don't want to get put in jail, so I can't really go to the extent that I normally go to get blocked. Because I know what buttons to push to get blocked, but I know it will get me in jail.
When you tell people to eat a bag
And I'm one of those guys that's going to make you.
that usually gets you.
That's one of my favorites, man. It just rolls off the tongue. It just rolls off the tongue.
But I mean,
I know what button to push to get blocked, but I know.
Yeah, when you
They done already
when you
restricted
tell
my
people to eat a
views.
bag of
They killing my feeds.
of
I'm
baby
like,
genitalia, that usually
I
gets
know,
you.
man. That's why I'm just like,
I mean, I don't even know people tag me.
I ain't even gonna say what's the word. Yeah, I still take the blame for it. It's my fault. I still take the blame. Yeah, that's my fault. Y'all
I
get
mean,
by
you're not the only one that
association. Profile is wrong, but they still do it.
You know, at one point we used to yell people's names.
It's all CP3's fault.
I mean,
Yell at that man.
no, I can't deal with him no more, man, because he got the upper hand. I
No,
can't-
you
can't
know,
fuck
because
with him.
at one point you used to yell people's names.
Anybody else I can fuck with him, man. Can't.
But they won't let us say the N word. Y'all know
I
that?
can't deal with it.
I never knew
we
that.
say it that we'll get and put in Facebook. No, on your post.
Oh yeah.
No, man, for real.
Yeah, we say it.
I was like, he about to take a call.
No. Somebody said I had feedback on my line.
I say it all the time. Damn.
You do remember?
Oh,
No,
oh yeah, yeah.
No, I had echo on my joint at home, but I was seeing if I had feedback.
That's why I was like, are you really? I wasn't taking a call.
No, I was checking.
What is
I was
her
checking.
name?
No, I ain't used my Bluetooth in a minute. I ain't even them
What's
to my Bluetooth.
earphones, like speakers or something?
Yeah, Bluetooth. Yeah, Bluetooth headset. But I was getting feedback. I didn't hear nothing. Yeah, I got people to check in, let me know if my, because, you know, I told you I've been having some technical difficulties. I got people to check in, let me know if my levels is right and everything.
You know, see, I'm so proud of you. You be doing your business man stuff.
Aww.
I told you I'm a man of the people, baby. Trying to make it happen. Trying to change my ways and be a better man.
Are you excited to see the new Oklahoma
You know,
quarterback
CP3, I'm
play?
so proud of you when you be doing your businessman stuff.
Oh, I'm
What's so
trying
funny?
to remember his name.
Oklahoma has committed, they landed a commitment from a quarterback from, I think, Texas. And the young man's name is General Booty.
Yeah.
Why do
know
you
what?
shake your head?
I thought I read something about
Yeah, I sent it to you guys. I feel like you neither one of you wanted to touch it.
But that's his real name?
That's his real name. Now, I will say this.
General Booty?
In the South, it's
yeah, you
common
know what?
to have names like
I
General. Like I
thought
have
I read something
someone,
about
Yeah, General is
my
cool.
great grandfather, his name was Governor. Like they
So
would
that's his real
name
name?
someone, you know, like the name
So,
that
he's black
General?
he's a
General
Caucasian
Booty?
young man.
Is he mixed?
No, his name is General.
You know I was going for.
Booty. His last name. I feel like if your child's name is Booty, you and you're gonna keep that
So, is he
surname,
black or white?
you have to be very careful
You might as well just
Is
call
he
it.
big?
what you
At least he was
name.
named Big Booty.
He could have gave his first name Loose
You know I was
Booty.
going
Yeah,
for
you know what I'm saying? I mean, General Booty, I mean,
Hey, CP3, did you ever date any female whose last name Booty?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He probably
Yeah,
don't know their
real
last
name
He
is
don't know
stage
their
name.
last
At least he
name.
wasn't
He don't
named
know
Big
their-
Real name is stage
Real
name,
name.
stage name.
You don't know their real name.
Most of them I do. I check
Hey,
ID. I
CP3,
told
did you ever
you
date
that.
any
You know
female
any exes that's in the
whose last name Booty?
No, he's
Nah,
from
not that I
Texas.
know. Not that.
Oh.
You gotta think about it.
I don't have no white. Nah, I don't have no white girls. To
Real
talk.
name. Real name.
What was that one night?
You probably don't even.
I don't remember her name.
You remind me of
You got
that
any
chick
exes that's in
from American
Oklahoma?
Pie. One time in Vancouver.
Oh,
You always have these
Yeah,
random
right.
stories.
Because
And we'll think they going one way, and you be like,
I was
"Wait,
in
what?"
Houston at the time.
And these shits go all the way like.
I was in Houston. That was a crazy time in my life because I was dating a girl that was living in Houston. Well, she had got a job in Houston, so I was going down there once a month. And I was being a good boyfriend. She treated me to a night out to the strip club, and we went to the Penthouse strip club that was building new suites. You got the grand tour. She was thinking about dropping 10 grand on the suite for us to have after we would go there. And we went to the champagne room, and for my birthday, we took a nice Caucasian young lady home for the night and had some fun.
But you don't remember her name.
You ain't gonna know her name. You know that.
Huh?
Never mind.
What? I was what?
Where's TLC when you need them? We need to put decorative condoms all over this man's clothes.
Say what?
You ain't bring the sage this week?
I haven't, but I didn't think I was going to need to bring it out. I was like, oh, I'm bringing wine. Didn't know he was going to put 1738 in this wine. Huh? If you can high, you can hear. At least that's what I was saying.
I heard that before too. People say honk and hear. Still be like,
I'll go to a video break.
Yeah, because he's acting like, I feel like he's slowly going downhill. You got to drink that water. You got a bottle of water over there. You ain't even drink half of it. There's no music playing yet.
It's something in my head. Something in my head.
All right, let's go to a video break.
That shit rocking. It's the wine and the 17. Got something going on in my head.
Bless this man.
1738 Rose.
Bless this man.
I didn't even put the song up yet.
But first, I thought it was my sister. But I'm listening
it's
to
kind of low.
It's low as shit.
I'm about to say, yeah, that ain't kind of low.
I thought that was just you playing it low.
Yeah, I think we might as well scrap that drink. Since you can't even hear it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm cold as ice, but that's a waste of his time and ours. Whoever he paid to mix this shit, gripped him off. Sorry, fella, if you can hear me or not. I don't know, because I can't hear him.
Who is it?
That's a big no.
Please tell me your mic. Did you hear what he just said? But he say I'm the bad one.
I'm just letting it rip for that one. I don't give a fuck.
Push button tester, that bitch running. DC gas, windows tinted, blick on go, big 450, one man army, no lieutenant. Bitch don't send it, I'ma go get it. Finesse me a plug, bitch, you know who did it. Big dog shit, Oside send it. Get smoke for some loud or get smoke for some Mitch. Niggas be wailing like they really in it. No Keenan, they kill all that shit really is. I just came up from hell and I'm feeling my city. I should book me a shorty and bust on her titty. Get bitch, I'm freaky, I'm wild and I'm needy. Whenever I'm hungry, I tend to get greedy. I love me a bitch that can show she don't need me. She front all she want, but I bet she won't leave. Just load up this cannon, get sent to a planet. Just know that I see my whole future, I planned it. I'm numb to the damage, just turned to a savage. I lost with some niggas, I still feel the tragedy. These niggas ain't talking about money, it's static. I ain't got shit in the closet, this shit in the attic. 20 band lick, bitch, I really had it. I had more money than your fucking dad. Just cash me a check for 2,000 at Kroger's. I'm going to Florida, just rented a Rover. Met a new bitch and I'm bending her over. I'm driving high, but I'm fucking her sober. These niggas greedy, they think they a clover. I'm in the city, slinging that cola. I want a Tesla, I feel like Nicola. I do not argue with dummies or soldiers. Push button Tesla, that bitch rented. DC gas, windows tinted, blick on go, big 450, one man army, no lieutenant. Bitch don't send it, I'ma go get it. Finesse me a club, bitch, you know who did it. Big dog shit, Oside send it. Get smoke for some loud, get smoke for some Mitch. I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage. These niggas ain't talking about money. Yeah, I interview. 20 man lick, bitch, I really had it.
Yeah.
Renegade 703, baby.
This is Black Your Face Favorite Life right here.
I'll get this motherfucker right.
But you can say stupid shit to be like, you ain't a boss. Switch your position. Be on the go. Listen.
If you ain't a boss, switch your position. They hating me on the low. I cannot listen. I pack your bag if you tripping. I got me a superstition that you've been looking for ways. Get me up off this mission. My grandma told me, boy, watch what you pitching. You stay safe at the base. And not what you whipping. They just all in my business. Scotty knows just what a pippin'. Flow like I be rapping. Tiptoeing chase when I'm riffing. They say I be hot, but I think I'm sizzling. Surgically put on the clinic. Spitting out just to a dentist. Try to do me some good, but they say I'm a menace. We back and forth like it's tennis. And I can't mold out my image. But we can't really change what you already felt. And nobody can say we never did help, never did it to mention. So let's calm all the tension. Let's just show you what's real and just get back to this business, you know. Trying to make a flip up off a quarter pick. This is what it is and what it's supposed to be. I've been right here if you ain't noticed me. It's them Southside squad niggas for the D. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. A rapper step up to me. That be a no-no. I be deaf cause they so-so. WWE. I got the game in a chokehold. Stamp it just like a logo. Just keep it on the low-low. They like I'm back on my mojo. Man, I still be great. Either riding or solo. Used to bag up them Cincos just to make back that Ocho. Going into OT when I was loving that Coco. Spit it all on some promo. I'm talking tables and photos. Dying for what I love. I forgot about the Toto. Don't become a D-Rust. That mean you breaking the bro code. Man, all of these threats, I might just buy me a fofo. Try to get all of these checks so I don't see you just no more. Man, you rapping that niggas. I see you change even when I touch my first million. I stay the same. You can't deliver the Jono. Fuck this game like a Pono. They hearing this like, oh no, ain't from DC, but he go. Trying to make a flip up off a quarter pick. This is what it is and what it's supposed to be.
Man, make the ratings go up. Feel some ketchup on her chin. Oh Lord. Niggas be like, let me get that off your chin, babe. Let me get that up off your chin, babe. I was your man. You would never have no ketchup dripping off your chin. Your man slacking.
Y'all can see some of these messages I get on tag.
Oh my God.
You know they got streaming components.
You make some money on there. I'm working on recruiting working on getting a couple of folks set up and do some stuff.
I don't think that's what tag is meant for.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's me. I just wanted to say that I miss you. Got to thinking yesterday. I posted one of our old pictures.
Yeah! Had a little John moment. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I gave my heart, you lie. Supposed to be running
here by my side. You convinced me with them lies, telling me how you was gon' ride.
Technically, it wasn't a poison.
Sad to say you left my heart so traumatized, like I just seen a homicide. But life goes on, had to move on for the better. Yeah, I know you hate to see me doing better. Had you jealous when you see me with my new bitch doing some new shit? Like, why you got me out here looking stupid and so foolish? I ain't got time for these games, no, no. And I ain't got time for the reminiscing, cause we didn't have the same intentions. Guess you ain't get it, too busy stuck in your feels. You ain't care about how I was feeling, fuck how you feeling. Bitch, you tripping, talking about how shit would be different between me and you, but ain't no difference, cause you never ever listened. Thought I cheated with them bitches, couldn't blame me for assuming. Supposed to be right here, supposed to be right here with me, could be right here with me, supposed to be right here with me, could be right here with me, could be right here with me. Yeah, I gave my heart, you lied. Must be right here by my side. You convinced me with them lies, telling me how you was gon' ride. And you would never leave my side, but touch your heart, then you ran away. Sad to say you left my heart so traumatized, like I just seen a homicide, but life goes on.
Had to move on, cause all I could feel was all this pain. All that shit you done to me, so I won't be the same. I caught you cheating, you begged and pleaded, didn't mean a thing. I took you back, you did it again, man, I should be ashamed. Feeling like my life sucks, I knew this was a dirty game. But can't complain, I had a hunch, I should've took the hit. Tired of your lies, enough of that, I had to up and split. I know you hate it when you see me with another bitch. We doing things that make you jealous, make you throw a fit. You in the past, I moved on, no need for me to reminisce. I got a new chick, yeah, she with me and she down to ride. Bonnie and Clyde, and you know it ain't no switching sides. This could be yes, but this what happens when you telling lies.
Yeah, I gave my heart, you lied. Must be right here by my side. You convinced me with them lies, telling me how you was gon' ride.
No, I'm talking about the hinge. The hinge. Yeah,
yeah. So traumatized, like I just seen a homicide, but life goes on.
Okay, we're back. Let's wind this down because I keep hearing God talking to me outside. Like, shut this door out.
Nah, he's saying keep it rolling. That shit got me in a tank.
Like, okay, we're back. Let's wind this down because I keep hearing God talking to me outside. Like,
maybe not. I don't know.
Keep it rolling.
So before we end this joint, here's a quick. What's the deal breaker?
He's like, maybe CP3 needs to go home because he's a little wild tonight.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's a lot of red flags that are a deal breaker for me. Can't communicate, can't take criticism, don't know who you are, affected by other people's opinions, affected by social media. I got a long list. I know all the don'ts.
So, like, you can't take criticism.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, nobody's perfect. And the toughest thing is to look yourself in the mirror and realize that, you know, there are things you need to improve upon. And, you know, at one point in my life, I wasn't able to do that, but you have to. That's part of self-growth. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has things that they can get better on or strengthen. You know, people say you have flaws or weaknesses, but you can always strengthen those. So, you know, it's hard for people to look themselves in the mirror and see some of the stuff that they need to work on, so they'd rather focus on other folks, and that's where a lot of the hate and the trolling comes from, because they'd rather focus on someone else's lives because it's easier to do that than focus on their own. Because there's a lot of tough decisions people have to make that they don't want to make or aren't prepared to make, and you're not doing anything but fooling yourself. And then if you're bringing someone into a relationship and you're not sure of who you are, and you expect this person to love you unconditionally, but if you don't know who you are, how are they supposed to know who you are to love you, to give you that unconditionally? So you're upset at them for not loving you unconditionally, but you're not loving yourself, first of all, because you don't know who the fuck you are, and then you're expecting somebody else to help complete you, to make you feel like the person you think you should be, but you still don't know because you never took the time to examine that. And that's a classic flaw of what I see in relationships over and over again, mine included.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a whole speech.
You have a Braveheart speech?
Oh my God.
Don't make me get on my soapbox. I got it in the car. I can pull it out.
No. What?
Huh? I told you my pull-out game.
What?
Huh?
What does that have to do with the price of milk today?
It's spectacular, son.
Why do we need to know that? Why do people need to know that?
Public service announcement.
What?
It's a public service announcement.
Okay, thanks for sharing. That's why we say that you have all these kids out there.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, for me, deal breakers, inconsistency.
You seem a little traumatized and appalled at the same time.
And I hate liars. Like, I loathe lying. Like, there are some people who literally, like, you say, what did you eat for breakfast? They'll say, oh, I had steak and egg, and the whole time they had Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, why you lying? Hate that.
I can take that.
Huh?
I can take that. That makes sense.
And then I do not. I can't. I have kids, okay, and I have like nieces and nephews that I, played part of their growing up. So
I can dig that.
To talk to another adult that lacks emotional maturity, that's a problem. You have to have emotional maturity, meaning you're able to articulate how you feel. You're not going to have a temper tantrum or, these playing games and stuff. All of that is a blanket thing. Just make sure you have emotional maturity. So I have 3 things. Those are my different. Emotional maturity. Meaning, especially if you want something, like be blunt, be honest about it. The inconsistency. I don't like inconsistent people. And then the line.
If we cool one week and then we not cool the next week, I can't. I know, but Gemini, I got enough shit I gotta balance on my fucking own. Then I gotta balance your shit too. That's a lot.
Y'all seem very unbalanced.
Exactly.
I mean,
so to balance my own damn self, and then 1 minute we cool, the next minute we not. Like,
I can't.
because
I'm a Gemini. I got enough shit I gotta balance on my fucking own. Then I gotta balance your shit too. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Try to balance my own damn self, and then 1 minute we cool, and next minute we not. Like, because
like I said, I'm already
it
balancing
depends
my
on
own
which.
personal feelings.
When you're inconsistent, you may catch me on the
But
wrong day, and I'll be
but they
like,
don't know
fuck
how
it.
to do that because they're 1 foot in and 1 foot out on most of the decisions they're making.
And it could have been something we probably could've
Not
worked
just
out,
women.
but
I mean,
because
this
when they
but I'm
get hot,
saying
that's
most people.
Like I said,
A
I'm
lot
already
of
balancing my
people,
own
but then there are
personal
a lot
feelings.
of people
Like,
who
I just want consistency.
can demonstrate consistency.
Yeah, but then the issue comes through when someone is consistent in certain situations, not all. The female is waiting for an inconsistent moment to call them out for and never acknowledges all the consistencies that he's done.
Well, that's why you should also have someone that has emotional maturity.
Yeah, but
But you're saying female. I'm not making.
no, I mean it goes both ways.
Right. But here's my thing when it comes to consistency. People are consistent about what they want to be consistent about. If you can't be consistent about me, then that's a deal breaker for me. I'm going to go elsewhere. We cool, no hard feelings, but I'll go elsewhere. If you can consistently do something on a daily basis, but you can't be consistent with me, that means you're capable of being consistent. Like you got guys that consistently go to the barbershop, to the same barber, every week, same time. He's consistent with that, right? But when it comes to his girl, he can't. And the same thing with some women. They have a standing appointment. They always make it, for their nails or their hair, whatever. But when it comes to that man that can't be consistent, I feel like everyone is capable of being consistent. But it depends on what you're being consistent about. If you can't be consistent with me, that means I'm not for you. You don't want to be.
That's a very valid point, and that goes into the deeper issue on both sides. That you have folks that want to be in a relationship, but aren't mentally, like you say, ready to be in a relationship. It's just the fact that they don't want to be alone, and they just decide to be with somebody because they would rather be with somebody they're not in love with than rather be alone.
Well, that's all to me is on a whole nother level.
Those are people who don't want to actually.
Who don't know how to be alone, and they think being in a relationship makes them happy.
And my thing is, if you can't be happy alone, you can't be happy with another person.
Exactly, because you have to know and love yourself before anybody else can. That's what it comes down
Who
to.
don't know how to be alone, and they think being in a relationship makes them happy, and it really don't.
And my thing is, you can't be happy alone. You can't be happy.
No.
A lot of people need to validate
From outside sources.
Right, and you can't put that on your significant
A lot of
other.
people,
You can't.
it's funny because a lot of
push
people,
that.
when I,
Your validation, your self-esteem, your
A lot of
self-love,
people
it
don't
should be
have
self.
self-love.
You shouldn't get that the
A lot
way
of
you feel
people
about
need
yourself
to be
from other
validated.
people.
So one of the things is, I had a girl when she was pregnant back in the day. But one of the biggest turning points was that she loved me more than she loved me.
Your validation.
And she would say things like that. And I'd be like,
Self-love, it should be self.
And you put yourself in a situation when you're in that situation for other
So
people
one of the things is, and
to
I had a girl
do
when she
you
was
dirty.
pregnant back in the days.
You know, take advantage of you.
But one of the biggest turning points was that she loved me more
When
than she
you,
loved herself.
but see me, if I'm
And
in a
she would say
relationship, I'm really
things like
nice
that,
to
and
the
I'd be
other
like,
person, right? I can quote unquote spoil them, and a lot of times it processes through their mind as if I love them more than I love myself. So they're thinking that I'm going to put up with certain things, and that's where they kind of mess up. So a lot of people do. They think that about you, and then they start trying to take advantage of that, and I don't.
like I said, we don't go like we not. If we good one week, then we go. Like when I was in, like I said, when I was in my 20s, toxic relationships were fun.
Not in my 20s.
As I got older, that shit ain't fun.
See, I wouldn't really, you know.
No, in my early 20s.
No, I really wasn't in it. No, I really wasn't in the toxic because I was in a different mind.
You were the toxic one.
Well,
You made it toxic.
As I got older, that shit
I
ain't
can
fun.
see that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes
I
sense.
want to hear this live.
You said be on this show
That makes sense.
for people who know
I
better.
walked into that. Okay, yeah, that kind
Not into toxic relationships. You want to be toxic so that you can be the toxic one.
I can see some
You
validity in
hated
your
the
point.
relationship, sir.
Okay,
We said we didn't show about your relationship. It would be called. We have to change the name of the guilty to know what it is. Nigga, you're the toxic one.
I was the
You're
toxic.
the toxic one.
Get the past tense.
I don't get it. So go to the pig. Get on your.
I didn't realize. You know, I had to realize. You know, I forgot.
You didn't realize you
Change the name.
Yeah, at that time in my life, yeah. At that time, I didn't. Now I do, because I was in the middle of it, man. I was going through a lot of shit, man. There was a lot of pressure on me back then.
Don't get it. So don't sit up here and get on your
Hey, women
soapbox.
from the wrong directions come out of nowhere and shit. It's hard to back
You
that
didn't
shit
realize
off,
you was
though.
toxic?
At that time in my life.
When you're not ready to.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, I was the victim.
Oh, just gonna keep lying, huh? It is lightning outside. I don't want it to come in.
That's an exclamation point. We're like, yeah.
No. It's a big no.
I know. I mean,
Yeah, it's you know, you know, I did some things in my past. You know. Yeah. Hey, look, I've lived a full life. I tell people that all the time.
But I say that only because, and it's good that you recognize that you were toxic. Like, because here's the thing too. There are times I'm not toxic.
Really?
There are times I am toxic. No, I know.
I mean, but I say that only because,
You know,
and it's good that you recognize that you were toxic.
that sometimes
Like,
you're
because
the problem.
here's the thing too.
Yeah.
There are times I'm not the toxic one, but there are times I am the toxic
Because you
one.
gotta recognize.
I know in my
think it was,
20s I did a lot of
you gotta
toxic
respect
shit. I know in my 30s I did a lot of toxic
It's like, you gotta realize
You
what part you
know,
play.
recognizing
Yeah,
that
you're the
sometimes you're
constant.
the
The other
problem.
person that changes in each relationship, but you're the constant in each
shows your
relationship. So it can't always be the other
Because you
person.
got to recognize, I think it was Ivana Vasquez, I think I read the book for the meantime. It's like, you gotta realize what part you play in your own unhappiness.
I mean, you know, we try to inform the folks and try to get them a perspective that, you know, they might not hear everywhere else, but it comes down to
Just want to get that out. I think
knowing who
every now and then
you
we
are
gotta, you know, put a good service message
and finding out what your passion is and what do you want to do with your life. Because once you figure that out, then no person, man or woman, is going to derail you or play games with you because you're focused on your goal and you're not going to have time for bullshit. That's why a lot of people put up with bullshit, because they don't have anything else going on in their life and they'd rather put all their energy and effort into, oh, a new relationship, this is something I can do, and then they realize the person they didn't put all this time and energy with is a piece of shit and they're not ready for a relationship, and then there's a whole nother situation.
Well, it also comes to two, I think, is you gotta be willing to grow. Like, one of the things is that you gotta accept it. You gotta be willing to change some of your behavior.
It's compromise.
It is, because, you know, I used to be so petty growing up.
But it also comes too, I think, is you gotta be willing to grow. Like, one of the things is that you gotta accept. You gotta be willing to change some of your behavior.
See, I didn't see. I wasn't that petty. I gave him a minute and a half.
Okay, so, but here's the problem.
I used to be so petty growing up. If a girl kept me on the phone for like, put me on hold for 3 seconds.
Yeah, like if you hung up on me, don't ever expect me to talk to you ever again. To me, that's like spitting in my face. No, I don't hang up on people because I know I feel it's disrespectful. I'll say goodbye. And if you don't acknowledge my goodbye, I'm sorry, but in order for us to remain friends right now, I think it's best for us to get off the phone. So I'm going to hang up. We can talk later. I'll call you. If you answer, then I know we're cool. If you don't, then I know what it is. But I'm getting off the phone right now.
It's probably after you said something absolutely outrageous, meaning you're being toxic because you said something absolutely outrageous. Then you chose to get off the phone and end the call, which is technically hanging up, but because you gave your spiel, you're not counting that as hanging up.
It's all the
yeah, that's what that sounds.
That's the loophole. That's the loophole. I said goodbye. I did not just hang up. There was no just in the middle click. No, I said goodbye.
See, now, if you hang up on
because
someone,
I'm
supposed to expect them to call back.
I've actually had somebody hang up on me, and then
Because real talk, if I call back,
I was like,
if someone hung up on me, I'll ask, did you hang up
it's
on me?
like, yeah, but you should have called back.
And if they say yes, oh, okay. So now it's like a whole war, you know?
So let me tell you
this. I feel like that's just
like,
let me tell you this. This happened back in the day. This is our oldest story. We had pages.
So, you said pages? I had a clear one.
So
I had like 3.
I had a girl, and we're still friends to this day.
So let me tell you
we got to arguing. And
Let me tell you this. So this was happening back in the day.
Tell me that y'all
our
wasn't
oldest
paying
story
each
is.
other.
No,
We had
I
pages.
didn't pay.
So
She, I didn't know that she had my
So,
fucking pager.
I had a girl, and
Oh, she
we're still
blew
friends
you
to
up.
this day. But we got to arguing.
Oh,
She
that's
blew me up to
hung
the
up on
point
her.
yeah, I've done
that
that.
I had to take the battery out the
Yeah.
pager.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't pay.
Because the
Because you
motherfucker.
couldn't shut it down because it took too long
I
to
did not
kept
know
going.
that she had my
So,
fucking
and then the
pager.
next morning when I put the
Speed dial.
pager in, the battery back in the pager, it was still going on.
Yep.
So,
She blew me
Because
up
all
to
those
the point
pages that didn't come
that
through.
I had to take the battery out the pager.
my man wanted me to hang out with him, and he was going to the club that night. I missed that.
So, and then when the
I
next
missed
morning when
another
I
call.
put the
Yeah,
pager in, the
you-
battery
look,
back in the
you the one
pager,
took the
that was
battery out.
still going off. So,
Yo, and I
And they only held a certain amount of pages.
man,
my
I think
man
it was
wanted
like
me to
20 or
hang out with him
something
Yeah, I
and
had
going to the
the
club
next
that
to
night.
the
I missed that
limited
call.
joint. I had that.
Okay, wait.
another
We
call.
talking about when they first
Like-
came out, pagers?
Yeah, the next cell pages.
But, okay, no. When the pagers first came
Oh,
out.
first came out. No, I didn't get. I was a little bit younger. So I didn't get
Man.
the first.
Wait, you not younger than me?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I didn't get my first page until I was like 17.
He said pages, nigga.
Okay, so in 97, 98,
I've been 95. I was 17.
97, 98, I remember having a pager, and I remember that first of all, there was no Nextel pagers at that time. Now remember, you can only get like 20 pages, or the oldest one would delete.
97, 98.
So I went to the spot on Penrith Avenue and got my.
But that wasn't. That had to been like 90. Okay.
It wasn't Nextel. It was called Nextel. I know what page it's called.
Yeah, because we got him through the job. We had him through the job when I first started working there.
I know what page it's called.
So I never had that pager.
That pager was a higher grade of pager.
I never had a pager through a job.
Yeah, man, you had
It
pages.
wasn't Nextel.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
called Nextel.
But
I know what page it
And that
is.
signal went through everywhere.
humbling experience. And here's
I
the
know what
stupid
page
thing.
you're
After
talking
all that
about.
arguing and fussing,
That pager was a higher grade of pager.
he still wound up spending the week.
It held more
And then when I realized that I was even more blown, because I realized, I realized that I won the battle, but I completely don't
And here's the stupid thing. After all that arguing and fussing, her blowing up my
Imagine
pager,
waking up
me
in the
hanging
middle of
up
the
on
night
her,
and like,
we still wound up spending the weekend together. And then when I realized that, I was even more blown because I realized not.
So that was
I realized that I won the battle, but I completely lost the war.
I don't have enough time for your stories.
Just imagine waking up in the middle of the night and be like,
You never did anything toxic to a dude?
I'm
So-
one of those people. I want to be
so
nice
that
and
was pretty
sweet
much
and no
my
problem
toxic story.
until you do something to me.
We don't have enough time for your story.
I can't say it.
I wasn't. No,
You
I
never did
reacted
anything
to
toxic to a
something that he did.
In a toxic way.
He was being toxic.
And you counted his toxicity with yours.
Self-defense.
So I know
It's walking
It's
away.
self-defense.
It's
No.
walking away.
You cannot walk away when someone is 6'1", 240,
not
and
what
you're 5'7", whatever, and you go.
We're talking about his other six, not that situation.
Oh, that's what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
I wasn't toxic.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
That was so toxic. That's what the capital T toxic.
That was not
You can't,
That's not what I.
When you give a person what they want, I don't
That's
understand how you being toxic.
That ain't.
Because the intent
That
was
was toxic.
there to make it toxic.
That was so toxic. That's capital T toxic. That you can't give a person
up to the level, leading up to that.
I was
Knowing
not
that
being
you can never
toxic.
do it again.
I was not being toxic.
That,
I was
and you have admitted to us.
I need a drink.
What had happened was
decent
Up to the
Craig
level
Emmett said
and
leading up to that. Knowing that you were going
the
to
dog ate my homework.
dead.
that.
I don't see the problem.
What?
I don't know what you guys,
I need
why
a
you guys
drink.
think that was toxic.
The dog ate my homework.
I don't understand why you guys thought that was toxic.
And she pours a bottle of wine so we can think it's less toxic.
And I bet you still ain't recovered to this day.
See, that's toxicity right
No,
there.
it's not.
Yes, it is. And you heard how it came out. No, you seen how fast that response came. There was no cause.
When someone plays games with you,
And I bet you
intent
still
was
ain't
there.
recovered to this day.
give them exactly what they want on the good and the bad.
That's a little bit of toxic.
I don't see the problem. How am I the toxic one? If that was not something that he wanted in his life,
Just like you said to me, why didn't you just walk away?
wait.
Nah, wait, what?
Why didn't you just walk away on what?
From the once you found out that he was playing games, why didn't
No.
you just walk away?
When did I say that to you?
You said that'd be the summer when I so-called antagonized the situation. I didn't take the high road and just walk away.
Okay, so exactly. It's completely different.
I wasn't different.
Once you found out that
This is completely
How is it different? How is it different? Please explain.
You do the worst and the most outrageous thing.
We didn't talk about the
You don't
degree.
give people
No, we
what
didn't
they
talk.
want. You give them what you want.
We didn't talk about the degree of the toxicity. We didn't talk about the
Trying to compare
toxicity.
your nonsense.
Because I'm trying to see why mine is so bad compared to yours.
So that last one is my least favorite.
Look, it's a little strong and tart.
It's a lot tart. I can drink it though, but it's tart.
Shit, the smack.
why mine is so bad compared to yours.
Because it make you, like you say, it's tart.
So that last one.
And chase it with some pussy or something. Shit.
What? See, this is what I'm talking. This was
It's a lot
when we
tart.
say you be saying
I can drink
stuff.
it though, but it's tart as a motherfucker.
That's all they got to think about. I can cut this.
What? That's the first thing to your mind.
Right now, yeah.
You can't have no more wine.
You gotta get a side of pussy to go with this.
But you could be a little tight.
I thought y'all was talking about that.
Nah.
That happened almost 20 years ago.
No, we ain't talking about that one. So shake it out.
Yeah,
But yeah, we talking about
that's a discussion for Discovery ID. Reenactment.
Be a little tight.
What?
Leave me alone, James. No. I had no choice but to
talking
defend
about that
myself.
one.
That's what happened.
So, but I'm not talking about that. We're talking about
Yeah, we do. We all do. We all do. It's
No,
about.
it's funny how the most toxic person ever is. We all do. No.
Put us all in the same group. I'm not the bad one. We're all bad.
but I think everybody has a little bit of
Guilty by association, damn it.
You know, you're good for that.
Hell yeah, like, yeah, we all alike. We the same game.
No.
I mean, we all have our, you know.
I've had my moments where I feel like, especially as a teenager,
You know, just waiting for that. He's like, I'm sorry,
I feel like to me that is a level of being toxic. But outside of stuff like that, I mean, that,
What type of game?
goal. And then on top of that, it's funny y'all talking what type of game.
Yeah.
You know, like manipulation. You know, manipulating someone to do something that you want them to do.
See, it's hard though, because when you know you can, and then trying to be the good person and not use that ability to do that is the catch.
It's hard for you to
Back
not
then it was.
manipulate
Yeah, it
people.
was hard back
You're the most
then.
toxic individual ever.
No, but you brought it up. I wasn't even.
It's so hard to not manipulate people.
I mean, now it's not, but back then in my 20s, I was like, no, I can't do that.
When we get off the air, I'm going to say about the conversation we had off the air. I can't say one.
And he was being toxic, wasn't he?
I had toxic thoughts, but I didn't say I was going to go through with it, all right?
That's the hard part.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you about the conversation that we had off the air.
That's what I'm talking
We'll talk
about.
about
That
that
I
once
can't
the show
say one
actually
ear.
Hey,
Because
man.
it's that bad.
I told you it's a daily struggle
Bad.
to be a better man than I was the day before.
I'm thinking about the nigga.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Always a shaky roll, baby.
Wait, you chasing that wine with beer?
But we'll talk about that once the show
Bottle Chase was
actually
17.
How
Shit.
you dog? You just
Bruh, it's man, we at the bar, man. Ain't that what we do? You got 4 bottles of wine. We had 4 moonshines and 4 whiskeys a couple of weeks ago. I mean, shit, that's what we do, baby.
man, you out drinking 151.
How you dog? You drink.
I'm the only reason why I'm closer to the bottles. If you was closer, you'd probably be drinking them too.
Oh, that's toxic people blame everyone else.
No, I just said you was closer. That's all.
But that made me see facts.
Look, man, you out drinking 151. It's a
We
problem.
still got one, we ain't open.
Yes. Trying to think what it remind me of.
It might be
It's a tart wine, that's what it is.
Nah, remind me of.
But that may be some facts.
And then here you
It
go,
remind me
being
of something.
protect yourself.
Yeah. It remind me of something.
This funny stuff over here.
It might be
I know. I'm taking the high road on that one. Dude.
I'm gonna say something funny after the show too.
Oh shit.
And no, I don't think we should. If you keep saying it, we should never do an after show.
Only he knows that
Because I
joke.
feel like whatever platform we put on, we put our after show
I'm gonna say something
on,
funny
whatever
after the show, too.
platform we put it on, we can't. They're gonna put us off.
We would have to have our own rights to like local TV and stuff like
It would
that.
have to be on like OnlyFans,
Yeah,
where
the
only
stuff we talk
select
about.
you have to pay to get on.
Maybe we do like Patreon or something like that. We do like, hey,
And I didn't say OnlyFans for nasty stuff.
No.
Okay? I'm pointing
We would have to
to this one.
I'm just saying. Like I've asked you before. Did you see the TikTok where the dude I got his first OnlyFans page? He got a $20,000 check he gave it to a sister to pay her college tuition by showing his dick.
And I didn't say OnlyFans
And so that's
Lady,
Cause
I'm about to go do some manscaping tonight, so don't be surprised if you get an OnlyFans request tomorrow.
I swear.
But but I know in the house of Howard, they and then they had that OnlyFans thing with exclusive content.
Yeah, we not going. Right.
I'm just saying, I'm working on some other things. We might keep that door open.
But I'm not talking
But
about the nasty stuff.
I know in the house of Howard, they and at one point they had that
I'm just
OnlyFans
saying, there's a market for
Shout out to Super
everything.
Cool Cat. Yo, Super Cool Cat, we coming back through for another interview, man.
There's a market for everything for everybody. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not going to involve myself in your shenanigans.
Shout out to Super Cool Cat. Yo, Super Cool Cat, we coming back
True
through
Radio
for another
Network
interview,
after
man.
dark, man. After dark. After dark.
You can run that, okay? The after dark.
I've been laying the groundwork for a little while.
I'm sure you have.
Still got to work on my LLCs and such, but yeah, I got some things in motion.
This man working on the LLC to be nasty.
Yeah, and if you if you in the market for getting some exposure in certain areas and if you're looking to get out there on different platforms and need some assistance, feel free to contact CP3 because we can collaborate and for 15%. You can take care of it all. All right, for 25%, we'll take care of you. You'll be having one of them $6 million mansions like old girl got meet you outside, girl just bought.
Bad baby.
Taking the 3 of us, you gotta take 20%.
All right, so let me run down the tour dates again. Before we get off air.
We can make some money, baby.
So in Philly, it is June 18th.
Bad baby.
I will be there.
All right, so let me run down these tour dates
June
again.
19th is a Sunday, so we'll be
Before we
back.
get off air.
And the At the Bar crew, hopefully everybody
So
will be
in
there.
Philly,
We'll be
it
doing
is
interviews at,
June
on-the-spot
18th.
interviews there.
I will be there. I'll be doing interviews.
We'll have the lights.
June 19th is a Sunday, so we'll be back.
The way I can have our own particular area.
The At the Bar
do the
crew,
interviews
hopefully
in.
everybody could be there. We'll be doing interviews
However,
on the spot interviews there.
If you
we'll have the mics, we'll have the lights.
not one of the good talkers,
I think he said it's enough floor that where I
and
can
you
have
can't
our own particular
articulate your
area
words,
to do the interviews
even if
in.
we interview you, I'm probably gonna cut your shit. Edit your shit
However,
out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have the patience at the time.
If you are
Make sure that you ain't too drunk or too
not
high,
one of the good
have an
talkers,
intelligent conversation.
That's it, right?
Because if
and
you're
you
not,
can't
I'm gonna tell you now,
articulate
you're
your
gonna be like,
words.
when my interview's gonna air. It's
If
gonna
we
be on the
interview, I'm
day
probably
of.
gonna cut your shit.
Of never.
Edit your shit out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have the
Very
patience
upfront
for
about
this.
this shit.
So
June 24th
make
is
sure that
Richmond.
you ain't too drunk
I will
or
be
too
there.
high to have an intelligent
I
conversation.
might be at the,
Because if you're not, I'm gonna
the
tell you now,
Raleigh
you're gonna be
tour
like, when my
in North
interview's
Carolina.
gonna air, and it's gonna be on the date of never.
Maybe we get CP3 out there.
I'm very upfront about this shit.
I do got some connections. No, you said Raleigh.
Yeah, Raleigh and
I
Charlotte.
probably won't be
Okay, yeah,
there.
Charlotte. I know part of the boxing guy down there. I got
I
my
might be
cousin.
at the
I
Raleigh
did my
joint
training.
in the North Carolina.
Raleigh is, man, Raleigh had a movie theater that was his hood.
Maybe we can get
Like,
some
when I told lady I went to the movie theater, she was
white
like,
women.
yeah, don't go back to that movie theater because when I was walking,
You got Raleigh and Charlotte.
when I was walking to the movie
Raleigh
theater,
is ghetto as fuck.
somebody
When I
got
did my
shot in the back of
training,
me. I was like,
Raleigh
oh, that's
is,
something.
man, Raleigh had a
Tell
movie
me,
theater that was
after I seen
like
the movie,
when I told the lady
why
I
would
went to the
y'all
movie theater,
put us
she's
in the
like,
hotel next to
yeah,
the
don't go
movie?
back to that movie theater because when I was
That means
walking,
someone got shot outside the hotel.
when I was walking to the movie
then
theater,
on,
somebody got shot in back.
Then
I
on the
was like,
16th,
oh, that's something
there's
nice to
West
tell me.
Virginia.
After I seen the
Miami, I will
why would
not-
y'all
I would
put us in a
I would
hotel
not
next
be
to
going
this movie theater?
Miami. I gave Miami too much money last year. Me and Miami need to have an official breakup.
Then
We need to
on,
separate each other.
then
I
on the
did that a while ago. It's been a while. I think I
there's
need to
West
reunite with
Virginia.
Miami soon.
Then it's
I
on the
was supposed to be
23rd,
on
Miami.
Orlando
I will not.
that
I
weekend.
repeat, I will not be going to Miami. I gave Miami too much money last year.
And then
me and Miami need to have
I'm definitely
an
trying to go
official
to New
breakup
York,
and
but
we
I'm
need some time
more,
away
so
from each
I still
other.
got some vacation time. I'm probably going to take off for the Houston 13th.
August?
Yes. I really want to do Houston. I may just have to, crash up my sister's place
And
or
then
whatever.
I'm definitely trying to go to the New York one, but I'm more so.
You
I still got
driving
some
or you
vacation
flying?
time left. I'm probably going to take off for the Houston, which is the 13th.
Driving is rough.
I done did that drive before.
I
That
really
shit
want
ain't
to do
shit.
Houston. I may just
22
have to
hours.
go.
You haven't done that in a
Crash at my
while.
sister's
Yeah,
place
but-
or whatever.
So if you want to do that, then you can let me know so I can talk to
I really
Renegade
want to
so
go
you
to
can take off. You got 2 hours.
I'm
gonna be out of town that
week.
week.
Drive down to Houston.
Say this in August.
August,
I can't even hop along with y'all.
Houston is August 13th. I really wish you wasn't because I
But if you want to do that, then you can let me know so I can talk to Renegade. Take off.
You got 2 hours doing everything.
Yeah, that's my family vacation every year.
August,
Y'all know August, I believe.
Houston
August
is August
Detroit,
13th.
I will
I
not
really wish
be
you
in
wasn't because
Detroit.
man, we would all go down there and get
Bang,
an
bang, shoot 'em up.
Airbnb.
Somebody
It'd
dead.
be the latest. It'd be the
And then,
just doing everything.
then it's September 3rd, which is Atlanta. I'm probably not gonna be in Atlanta. From off that
August
weekend, I'm probably in
20th,
Atlanta.
Detroit. I will not
My
be in
baby got
Detroit.
graduate that weekend.
But the thing about that is, we're going right back
And
to
then
Atlanta.
then it's
Labor Day
September
weekend.
3rd, which is Atlanta.
The
I'm
third
probably not gonna be in
September.
Atlanta because if I'm off that weekend, I'll probably be in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
That's
I gotta work that Monday.
But the thing about that is,
that's
we're
Yeah,
going
that's
right
how
back
we
to
can work
Atlanta at the end of
But
October for
20
AC3.
Usually
Which one?
the last weekend
The third?
when they do AC3, I definitely won't be in AC3.
I definitely won't be
So
there
if
because that's
y'all
my
want to
weekend
plan
of
for
work.
something for AC3,
Because I gotta work
normally,
that
but it's
Monday.
me, even if it's me as Renegade, we normally do an Airbnb.
Yeah, that's my weekend of work, so I won't be there. Yeah,
It's
but
gonna be
the
like
23rd,
of,
usually
I'll give you the dates.
the last weekend
I see
of
what-
when they do AC3, I definitely will be in AC3. So if y'all want to plan for something for AC3, we normally when it was me, even if it's
Working
me
on
as
some
Renegade, we
investors
normally
right
do an
now, so
Airbnb.
yeah. See if I can make something happen. I can get
something
some
like the 23rd
influx of cash.
I'll
then
give you the dates.
I could take off
I'll
for the
see what
takeoff, maybe a
it's
couple of
usually
days. Yeah,
AC3
I'm definitely
weekend.
trying to hit some of these spots. And,
Probably do something, you know.
yeah, I just leave it at
But
that.
I am so ready for this June 18th because we're gonna be in Philly.
I ain't been to Philly
I
in
ain't
a
been to
minute.
Philly in a while.
Yeah, me
Philly
neither.
always shows us out. When a Renegade, even not everything Renegade performing.
But I am so ready for this June 18th because
appreciate
we're gonna be in.
It's always a
We're gonna be in Philly.
Hopefully I can,
Philly, I ain't been to Philly in a while.
Hopefully
Philly
I
always,
can
always shows us a lot of love.
maybe I can even
You know,
get
Renegade, even not everything Renegade performing, just in general with the artists, Philly appreciates artists.
I miss Philly.
So
I
it's
ain't been
always
to
a
Philly
dope
in a
city.
minute.
Hopefully I can, if we're in town, hopefully I
You
can.
got any kids?
No, actually, when I was in
The way you was
Philly,
reminiscing, I thought maybe you
no,
might
it was
have
it was
a
it was
long
good. No, it was good family times up
I
there.
mean, the way he was looking.
Yeah, it was good. I
Either you
mean,
was missing a cheesesteak or a kid. I didn't know what the
yeah,
fuck.
more of a
And you-
cheesesteak.
You told
You got any kids in Philly?
you told us
The way you was reminiscing, I thought maybe you got like a lost
stories
child.
from Philly. So I don't think you should go.
I mean, I was in different
You was
parts of
looking
Philly.
like,
I was in
either you
South
was missing a
Philly.
cheesesteak or a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I was around South. Yeah, I was around
Yeah,
Chester.
you was in the hood. You
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Chester nigga.
And I was in North Jersey and South Philly. I mean, no, hold on.
What part of North Jersey?
No, we was in South Jersey. Now, hold on.
Yeah, I know
North Jersey is the rough part.
You was in Chester?
That was around
So,
Yeah, you was in-
because
you
we
was
was
in
in
the
Philly,
hood.
we was in
Yeah,
South
you
Philly
look
for
like a
some of the
Chester nigga.
time. Then we went to North Philly with some of my other folks. And then we ended up in South Jersey.
That's a little more laid back. South
Yeah.
Jersey is more laid
But then we
back.
ended up in Patterson.
That's North Jersey.
So yeah, I don't know how the fuck we got out there, but I had to get the fuck out of there.
How did you not know that?
Because it was a 4th of July weekend. And we ended
So
up
y'all was just driving all
well, it was a crazy weekend because we started
First of all, how do you just end up in Patterson?
First of all,
You don't just end up in Patterson.
it's a
Like, that's what my daughter's family is, and you don't just end up in Patterson.
You don't-
Like, who do you know in Patterson?
you doing some reckless stuff.
Right.
First of all, dog, first of all, any parts of Philly.
Or Jersey.
And-
Like, you don't
Let-
even know.
And it goes random parts of Jersey.
at that point in my life, of some of the things I was doing and some of the people I was riding with,
But who
there
would
was
you
really
know? Who
no
y'all
cons-
know in Jersey?
well,
How do
it
you
was
go
the July 4th weekend
How do you go from South Philly to North Jersey?
because it was a crazy weekend. We started out in Maryland. We went to Virginia Beach.
That just sold the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We started out in the Virginia Beach picking up my brother's brother.
And
Then we went to Philly.
Oh.
Then we drove from Virginia Beach to Philly. That was July 4th, I think, was Saturday or Sunday. And Friday we got off. We went and picked him up in Virginia Beach. No, then we came back to Maryland, came back to the house, chilled out, smoked. Next morning we got up, went to Philly, and chilled out up there with his cousins. And then they said, hey, it's a party up in in North Philly. Y'all want to go?
Well,
So that's how we ended.
South Philly?
No, because we started out in South Philly.
Okay.
And they said it's a party at North Philly. Y'all want to go? So we ended to the party at North Philly. And then somebody that was riding with us said something about going to Patterson. So I don't know. I was just driving. I had a Suburban, so it was full. We was smoking. We was drinking. It was this one gas was 99 cents a gallon. So, yo, I'm just saying. It was a crazy weekend, man. We ended up in down Virginia Beach twice. By the whole weekend, we ended up going to Virginia Beach, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Philly, South Jersey, back to Virginia Beach, back to Maryland, and go back to work, and then back to I'm just saying, it was a wild weekend. I can call my bro and they tell you the same thing, man.
We don't trust you, and you want us to trust him?
Hey, man. I ain't got no reason to lie, dog. It's a wild weekend.
You ain't know what this is.
I can't help but tell you, nigga, what's good for the right, the things you do, baby. You got like.
It's the folks from New Zealand, ain't it? Sound like one a little bit.
You drink, you drive like, ooh, girl, I'm loving the way.
He's got so many different styles, man. I don't know. It sounds, I go 85%. That sounds like one of his joints. I can't be 100% sure. We listen to so many different songs and different tracks from different people, nigga. I can't lock that shit in. I don't have the ear that you have, but I can't be like, hey, that nigga you heard 7 weeks ago. I remember that track. Nah, nigga, he sound like the dude from New Zealand, but I can't say 100% sure. I say 85, 90. Yeah, that's good. That's his sister. That's the New Zealand dude. That's TJ Crow. I know her voice. Yeah, nigga. I play her joint all the time. I want to sign them, man. I think we can sign them, man. Nigga, we don't need a record label no more, nigga. We can do At the Bar Radio, At the Bar Records, nigga. Let's do it.
Baby, can we pop this bottle? I'ma put you right back up in the morning. Say that you like it, that's something I do for you and only you. Baby, you got like, baby,
They do good music, man. I love them, man. They do good music. They always tune in. They always showing love. They put out good product, man. I can't. Yeah, man. Go to New Zealand, find them, man. It get on my feed though. Behind the scenes feed.
You need to start cutting your mic.
Hey, you sexy, baby. Hey, you know it. You ain't gotta hide it no more.
reached the listening, then name your number after the beep. All right.
I told you that I got you and I told you that I love you, but I'm knowing that you tired of hearing the same thing. Supposed to be is in a whip, switching the same lanes, and I'm knowing that it's hard, but baby, just don't change. I don't wanna break your heart or contribute no more pain, cause without you like a dog, I be going so insane. I don't wanna break this bond, we lean just like change, and I know that shit get hard, but baby, it's gon' rain.
You said I don't have to worry. You said that nigga ain't me. You know he shattered my heart, but you said you pick up the pieces. Promise after promises. You gon' do that and you do this. All I get is your excuses. So I'm tired of your excuses. Now I'm starting to feel like being with you is such a mistake. And every time I call it quits, calling my phone begging me to stay. And like a fool, I take you back, cause I'm a fool for love and you count on that. And here we go, around again, on love's go round again. You say you treat me much better. Say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better. Say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. I need to start loving me more than I'm loving these niggas. I want to start loving myself. I won't even trip all these niggas. The hurt from my past got me tripping, so I'm borderline insecure. I think that's why I take your bullshit, but I'm not taking your shit no more. And now I'm starting to feel like being with you is such a mistake. And every time I call it quits, calling my phone begging me to stay. And like a fool, I take you back, cause I'm a fool for love and you count on that. And here we go, around again, on love's go round again. You say you treat me much better. Say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better. Say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you could be, you would be better. You say you could be, you would be better. You say you treat me better. Say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better. Say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better. Say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better. Say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Ross.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See the world getting colder, mine getting older. Do you ever think about everybody's drama? You come back with karma, and that's just pain. When life looking down, always in the drain. Weight on your shoulders, everything starts to change. You scared cause you think you'll never be same. And that's just pain. When living this life, it always be pain. Hopefully last one night, and that's just pain. Everything be alright when you going through pain. And that's just my temper be pushing my limits. Mama be stressing when I get the visit. Cause I'm late with the rent, I haven't repaired, I need better decisions. I've been buzzing my ass, trying to get cash, the Lord is my witness. Praying for a piece of love, get over the drugs, see what I'm missing. Pops left me some pain, it's getting harder just to tell him I miss him. No matter what, we never perfect, and I'm always gonna forgive him. So now with the talking, you getting exhausted and just not to listen. Don't kick when I'm falling, cause I put my all in to get to some riches. Nothing will be the same, like a spent bill, people change. Expect the most from a nigga, even when I say keep the change. Need more time with my sister, but
So many people speak your name. I'm working hard, man, I'm catching blisters. And it's starting to hurt when it rains. Don't mind me, I'm going through it. Sweat it up when I just go to a show. They ain't to rest me, I'm known to it, that's just how it goes. I don't know how to deal with it. Popping all of these pills with it. Reason, man, I don't still get it. And that's just pain. When life looking down, always in the train. Weight on your shoulders, everything starts to change. You scared cause you think you'll never be the same. And that's just pain. When living this life, it always be pain. Hopefully last one night, and that's just pain. Everything be alright when you're going through pain. And that's just